Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. 16 teams have been battling it out all year long in our most prestigious tournament of the year. And now it's time to crown a new champion. Coming out stage right, I introduce to you Gen.G! Now, to introduce their opponents, coming from the winner's side of the bracket, united they stand, I introduce eUnited! The stage is set. Miami, are you ready? Let me hear you one more time. Are you ready? Your CWL Pro League Finals starts now.
Hello, Miami. It is a beautiful day for a championship Sunday. What was that? He got the kill! And Gen.G do it!
4 seconds is all they need. They're going down! Going down! They're going to go! 247! Oh my
goodness! Ladies and gentlemen, today we crown a new champ. It has been a long year, a wonderful year of Black Ops 4, but we've got new faces on the stage. Your optics are gone. Your 100 Thieves are gone. It is Gen.G eUnited. And not only will it be a new organization with a championship, Joe, there are new faces abound that can join the elite in the Call of Duty spectrum. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, it is. A lot of these guys chasing their first title. For Clayster, it probably feels that way, right? 1,400 days today since he's won his last title. You know he wants this one, and you know we heard the desk talk about it. Nobody's beaten them. Nobody's taking them to a map number 5 this weekend, and all year long, nobody has gone to a second best of 5 in a grand final. That team who comes from the winners has dominated.
Clayster, the fan favorite, and everybody knows how much this means to him. What a hunt this is for one of the most storied players in Call of Duty esports history. The hunt starts now. And I know eUnited were able to get the victory over them yesterday, but over the past month and a half, Gen.G have owned this matchup. I saw Clay after they got the win, and he said, finally we beat those bleepers. He was pumped because they've had their number, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, they've had their number. They've really, especially in Search and Destroy, right? And that's what we know, Gen.G, that's their specialty. They've been so good at it ever since this team has formed. But the last time they matched up, it was Arsenal Hardpoint map 1. It went the way of Gen.G. The only 2 maps that we will see from the previous series is 1 and 3.
And for map 1, we just saw both of these teams look strong. They both dominated FaZe Clan on Arsenal. So if you look within just the past 2 hours, we've seen this map. We've seen them dominate. As now 2 of the best Arsenal Hardpoint teams in the game collide. You ready, Miami? It is time. The grand final. Gen.G eUnited. Map 1. And Simp was the phenom from that first matchup, dropped the 1.5. But Havoc and Envoy have been sensational today from that SOG roll. Joe, the SOG matchup is gonna be a thing of delight.
Yeah, it was actually interesting. Just a round ago, we saw Clayster in the winner's bracket final on this map, you know, with an interesting attachment on that ICR. But a nice start for Gen.G. Let's not forget the last tournament we were at, Gen.G. They were in a grand final. They've been in this scenario before. They weren't able to go to a second best of 5 against 100 Thieves, but that experience helps you. It helps you when you're such a young team to come together. You know what you have to do.
But what team has been to the grand final the most this year, Joe?
eUnited.
This is their third time, perhaps the third time the charm. And Joe, I've got a question for you. You have two players in this series that have been plagued by inconsistency throughout their career. Pristini on one side, Nagafin on the other. Is who performs better in that one of the keys here for you?
I think it has to be, especially because they're in similar roles as well, both running that Maddox. We will keep an eye out. And as you said, who performs better? But in the first series, it was really Simp who was the difference maker. As you said, he had a 1.49. Everyone else was around even. There was nobody going off. But Gen.G, now they're fighting for hill control. A nice 30-point lead right now. Nagafin, we just talked about it, with a nice 7-2 start.
They get 5 down on eUnited, and they get the setup behind it. It's going to be Nagafin peeking wide, almost able to take 2 with him, but not quite able to finish it up. But he's got his anchor, his ICR, set up in the back, putting in damage, and now 190 off streaks is Mox, as he's got 4 in a row, and 5-2 to begin this tear against eUnited. What a blowout it is early. Only 6 points on the board for eUnited. The kills in transition coming for Gen.G. They're looking for the collapse, and look at that spawn top left for eUnited. The last thing you want.
Yeah, it's just due to the positioning of Major Maniac right now. Nobody was able to pick it up from the eUnited side. They all get taken down, but that's a big kill. That'll help them spawn a little bit closer as Clayster's able to find 2. Havoc, though, Havoc. He runs out of ammo, and there we go, able to find the 2. The pressure, though, here from eUnited, but Gen.G, this is going to be 3 hills in a row. Mox now trying to find those streaks, and, well, he's going to find it.
There's the first with the lightning. We'll see if he can get the Hellstorm, but the gun's a little bit too hot for Gen.G right now, and they're coming fresh off a series. Do you expect it to start like this?
Yeah, I mean, you have to start like this, right? That's what we always talk about when you have to win 2 best of 5s. Get the first one out of here. You had a hot start. They're able to 3-0 phase, get to that next series. But for eUnited as well, I mean, you talk about how you've been here 3 times. You've been here 3 times. You want to get a win. Maybe playing a little bit too quick right now.
8 in a row now for Havoc. 4 streaks on the board for Gen.G as they are smoking eUnited right now. eUnited desperately have to get something going. They need to find some foothold within this map 1, but right now Gen.G seems to be a little too tough, a little too deep, and a little too strong as they work to eclipse the 100-point mark. eUnited have found 0 success throughout this first set of rotations.
Another lightning being called in from Havoc, only going to connect with 1. But you have those extra streaks, and it just feels like they're just trying to punish them and almost get done with this map 1 as soon as they can. But that's a nice break out of eUnited. They're able to find those kills, and they have control of the left side of the minimap. This is now 3 streaks. This is a huge investment from Gen.G. We'll have to see if it pays off, but I don't know if I agree with that call right there.
Well, this next spawn is going to be a big one. Where do people pop it? It favors Gen.G. Gen.G's going to spawn it next. A little bit of luck on their side as they're able to get set up. eUnited enjoyed that for just a brief moment. So Gen.G, great job at artillery, and now have that fan spread out back left of the map. eUnited need a break. They need it badly, but Major Maniac with his double at least going to slow down that wave. Envoy then with 2 of his own, 5 down for eUnited, and due to Major Maniac's position, they're spawning out the whole way across the map.
Yeah, they had to deal with him first and then Havoc afterwards inside event. He's just trying to be annoying, and that's what he's going to be as he finds 2 with the grab and goes right back into the vent. Grapples out. Could he find the 3rd? He can. Clayster was 1 shot. It's just Arsony's left at the front of the hill. But throughout this first rotation, a beautiful start for Gen.G. They got everything they could have ever wanted. Only 24 points on the board right now for eUnited.
And what's wild, if you take a look at the differential, like from a slang standpoint, like no one on eUnited's getting smoked exactly. Like they're not getting beat up that bad from that standpoint. They're just getting out-rotated, outplays, and it's not like it's that many more kills. They're just coming at the important time, Joe.
Yeah, and plus those streaks too, right? So it felt like eUnited was starting to battle on back, but those streaks stopped that at artillery, flipped those spawns. We'll see now. You do have the Hellstorm on Mox if you want to invest it if you're Gen.G. A very tough hill to break. Now, what are they going to do? You see number 8 backs on up. That's going to be Havoc. I think he just wants to make sure they have spawns for that second hill.
And if you're eUnited, it feels like a comeback is always realistic, especially with a Clayster team. One big moment can get them ramped up. One big moment can get this crowd behind this eUnited squad, but they got to get things going now. I'm going to get right over to an Astro Gaming listen-in with eUnited.
Nice.
I'm holding
Gun side.
Major Maniacs robots, guys.
Just wanna go.
Yeah, they're going right. Everyone just play the line.
Yeah.
Someone spawn deep. One's
Watch
pushing.
out.
What's front?
I didn't hit anything.
Right, Havoc, dead.
Guys,
One more front.
Yo, I'm going
I pulled stun one. I pulled stun one.
They're hitting me out. They did two front.
Two front.
I need help, Hill.
I'm coming.
Go to help.
Elbow.
One's gonna be in the
Nice.
I have your elbow, one elbow. I'm going nading hill.
Watch out, I'm weak.
Yo, elbow, dead.
Another one weak. Havoc.
Stay down.
Elbow done. Watch out, super weak.
Don't challenge, do not challenge.
No.
Press to pick up the back.
Elbow.
Hellstorm.
I spawned the other back.
Havoc, elbow.
We gotta kill the guy on the back. Kill the guy on the back.
I see him. I got him.
That's one front.
One elbow.
Hill, watch out.
Spawn go.
Yo, he's behind me, like.
I'm pretty sure.
Big wins right here to break this, yo. Big
Push it,
kills right here to break.
I spawned out. One's front, I think.
Jump in the hill. Jump in the hill.
Pop crash. I got one.
I got your blue.
One more behind me.
Let's go into hill, yeah.
Chance behind me. Chance is
Go underneath hill.
Chance is gonna be out. I gotta rotate. That's fine.
We can hill. All
Fine.
right.
They're gonna have war. They're gonna have war and tempest.
It's all good.
Okay, it's one level. Yeah, that's fine. Full 6 are here, alright guys?
Yeah.
3 left.
I'm holding elevator.
I don't think they have any more
Someone look elevator. I don't think they
I'm looking elevator.
United down as much as 120 in this game, have started to chip away with it, but it's still a big advantage for Gen.G. Anything stand out for you in that listen-in?
Why? I mean, it was just one of the plays that Mox actually made from the first hardpoint. He rotated the second one all the way back Robo Bay, and he stayed alive for so long, influencing the spawn so long that eUnited didn't even know he was back there. He then calls in the Hellstorm, and all he's trying to do is change spawns. He's able to do that. That's why Gen.G gets that break.
Well, BZ and Arcity is able to take down 4 of Gen.G. 40 seconds remaining on this hard point. If you lock down this time, we've got ourselves a map 1. eUnited clawing their way back into this one as a BZ waiting in vents. Perhaps going to go for the grab slam for now, just going to get it done with the Maddox. He knows he's got one more at the edge, smokes him as well. Third coming in, he's going to get that before he drops, and then Simp there for the trade. The lead, it's going away. Gen.G starting to feel the pressure, Joe.
This is a big rotation here for Gen.G. You have a couple of specialists coming up. You have the Vision Pulse if you want to use it. Pristini not there yet. BZ, can he find the slam? He's going to try to fly high. Nagafin, though, well, messes up his grapple.
What do you call that? Flying low?
Yeah, flying, not good. That's what I call that. Not a good grapple.
He gets absolutely nowhere with it, and then can that be a mistake that cost him as the grab slam then won't be able to come in? They've got a 3-man presence here, and they're trying to get through. That's going to be a cluster that almost sticks Clay in the face, but he's able to avoid it. Now it comes in. There's the grab slam. He gets 2. One's his teammate, but the damage is done. It's a close one for Gen.G, so they can get back into contest quickly. But there are 3 players here from eUnited. 1 at mid-map that can rotate quickly, and now Simp's going to bring in the War Machine. The lead now down to 40. eUnited are doing it.
Now we're going to watch that rotation. You see Major Maniac. He's going to rotate over towards office of BZ and Simp. Simp's going to find 2. Mox is going to get taken down. And it's another hill where eUnited break on through early. They cut the lead down to 20. Major Maniac, he's going to get picked. Watch this pinch set up by eUnited. Major Maniac's going to spawn out. It's now on the Havoc and Nagafin to try to lock down this rotation.
Arcity's a big one-on-one. Simp dancing with death as Nagafin has the setup there in the power position inside a window. But they may be able to isolate him, and they do just that. 3 players come soaring in. First team in is eUnited. Where do the spawns come in for Gen.G? 1 back left and 1 in artillery. Is they're still holding the back. What do we have specialist-wise? Really just the Tempest for Nagafin. I think that's just about it for now, as everyone's still working on progress. There's the Tempest from Naga, able to hit the shot, and what is that flick? Oh, that's your teammate! That's your teammate, and that's gonna feed a kill to Arcities!
Arcities just gets right back up. He is gonna hit another one, though. It slows down the pressure for now. Arcities, he found another kill. The good thing is that at least the eUnited was spawning so far away, almost a blunder from Nagafin. BZ does have a couple of streaks to work with. We saw on that second rotation, this is where eUnited started to begin to get right back into this game. Nice kills out of Simp and Clayster on this rotation. You see Havoc starting to go all the way around.
You can see the comeback. eUnited inside, streaks to use. Clayster close to his TAC 5. The first pick, though, comes in for Major Maniac, and now they're going to go through. There's the grapple in. That's the distraction. It's an opening for Nagapin to at least pick up 1 kill. 3 are going to drop for eUnited. It's all going to be on our cities, and he can't get it done. Now the streaks will need to come in. The lightning strike called in from Abizi. Is it enough to get them out? He's going to have to call in both. Wants to swing in the Hellstorm as well. 5 more points needed for Gen.G. It's a team kill from the streak. Nobody close enough to get in, and Gen.G, hold on. I'm hearing we may have had an issue. We might be getting a map 1 all over again. I'm waiting to get the details on what went down, but I think there was a bit of a tech issue for one of the players. They're going to be talking it through with the staff now, and we'll keep you up to date as soon as we hear more.
Well, I mean, I guess we could still analyze that. Maybe map 1A or whatever it'll be, but I mean, Gen.G, a great start for them, but I think a questionable play with those 3 streaks. We're going to watch the last minute or so before we can really get into this, but towards this final break, one of the key plays was Major Maniac, who was able to find multiple kills, and he started that pinch. Then you saw Havoc fly in through window.
Yeah, we'll take a look at this as we try to get confirmation on what exactly went down in the final moments of that map 1. But an easy streak that he tries to swing in, unfortunately hits Pristini. Gets nothing from the Lightning as well, and then eUnited can't get back in, but you saw a couple players through that stretch. I think at least one wasn't moving on the minimap. So something with one of the stations for eUnited seems to be the issue. It sounds like there was a game debilitating error, and we're gonna have a full replay. So map 1 is going down again. Some mixed reactions, trust me guys, I get it, I understand. But we're gonna have a full replay. And that has been confirmed by League Ops, so that's the call. You ever been in a spot like that, Joe, where you maybe, let's say, have you ever been on the Gen.G side of like you get a map win, something like this happens, and then you need to muster it up once more?
I mean, maybe like online stuff, right? Not in my career on LAN has something like this that I can think of happen, but if you're in Gen.G, CG, you just have to play the game exactly the way you started it, right? I think it was really just that momentum that they were picking up on that first rotation that was so important. I mean, they were able to find 5 streaks. I don't think it was the best use of streaks, but if you're Gen.G, there's nothing you can do. You can't allow this pressure to get to you. You have to just take it 1 map at a time. It's an extra map, so. You can't change anything.
I've been casting for quite some time, and I don't think I've experienced this in a grand final. Maybe at what was that? We had the tie last year. That was a replay. I think that was actually in the winners final though with Red and Rise, but Clay and the boys get another crack at this, and I mean, it bodes well for them considering that slow start. They go down 120 early, and then they bring it back. I mean, from a points perspective, they outplay Gen.G throughout the mid-game and late game of it. They just go down, 150 to 25 in the early going is the issue.
And I think you saw Clay there just sort of like, what happened, right? Like, something wasn't working on his side, and yeah, as you said, when we were watching that replay, you could obviously see it, so. And if you are Gen.G, there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to focus on replaying the map.
I think this is where that experience comes into play. Pretty crucial that they were to a grand final last tournament and have gotten this main stage experience. Probably a little bit easier to deal with a scenario like this than maybe it would have been a month ago.
Yeah, I think so, right? I mean, these guys have that experience now, and I mean, heck, even today, they've basically been living on the main stage, right? They were our first matchup, so this is already their 4th match, 3rd or 4th match of the day.
You talked about it from the Gen.G side of it. For eUnited, got to be a little bit different, right?
Yeah, I think and obviously you don't want it to happen, but can't be mad about it.
Well, I believe we're still trying to resolve an issue for now on the main stage before we hop back into the map 1. For those at home and those in attendance, thank you for your patience, but we're going to head to a quick break before we restart this grand final. Don't go anywhere.
Day 2 is in the books. Miami brought a huge crowd, some upsets, and of course, some top-tier performances. Let's look back at the best moments from Saturday in the PlayStation Top 5. Starting off with number 5, we have aBeZy juking it up with this sweet 1v1, trying to lead up the comeback over Gen.G.
The shots are there. Havoc's going to check the bomb. He's going to keep moving 15 seconds. Again, aBeZy just got to keep running aBeZy. No worries. He's got to keep moving. He gets the kill. aBeZy.
Coming in at number 4, it's Zero from FaZe, who steps off the map in this high-pressure 2v1 clutch to help lead FaZe to a victory over Luminosity.
They spotted him here with the way they're looking. They haven't. They body stack a little bit. He gets out. The instant bounce from Zero. And he connects. Gets back on the map. And successful for the clutch on a 5 spree.
The number 3 play goes to Clayster, winning the round from the grave with this surprising clutch for eUnited.
Clay, he's fighting tooth and nail. This is it. He's going to call in the streak. The lightning strike can get it done for him as he fights Dylan. But Dylan, he's too bloody strong. He's an animal.
No one's on it. No one can get it. The lightning strike comes through.
He's done it.
Miles, you might have turned around. You looked at the wrong thing, but it's over.
Sitting at number 2, it's Metals with this perfectly timed 4-man grab slam.
You mentioned Metals grab slam. When will it come into play? You've got 2 down. Now might be the time. Now might be the time. 4 go down. Metals with the big connection. 5 down for Splice.
Our number 1, one of the most unique and insane clutches ever. It's Mox from Gen.G with a 1v3 clutch, singling out the bomb diffuser and putting 100 Thieves in the dirt.
But he might only need to get 1
He
kill.
only has to get 1. He only has to get 1. Octane
find the
spots him.
angle.
Octane spots him. Octane spots him. He got it. He got the kill.
He got the kill! And Gen.G do it!
That does it for this PlayStation Top 5, but you do not want to miss the end of CWL Finals. Catch it at twitch.tv/Call of Duty or MLG.com.
Hello and welcome back to the grand final here in Miami. So officially we've heard it was a game crash on the side of eUnited late in that map 1. So it will be a full replay. They're getting some stuff swapped out on the main stage and then we'll get back into it. But a game crash was the issue, and I know it's late in the map 1, but you just never know how things are going to play out when you have another body on the map. Who the hell knows?
What if, right?
It's a tough situation. Yeah, it sucks. I understand, but it'll be a replay, and now the composure of Gen.G obviously going to be tested, and eUnited get a second crack at it after the slow start.
Yeah, they absolutely do, but I just mean for Gen.G, you've done it 2 times already throughout this weekend where you've won Arsenal Hardpoint against eUnited. Whatever they're doing seems to be working. They just have to stick with it. But yeah, it's a tough one.
It certainly is, but for eUnited going down early and starting to bring it back, did you see a switch, or what happened there to fix their issue?
Well, it almost felt like Gen.G was just sort of playing around their lead, right? Like rotating super early, knew it that if they just fought for a little bit of scrap time, rotated 1 hill, they were going to get that win. I would just say the rotation battles time and time again, when you were rotating early as Gen.G, you were just losing them. Early on that first rotation, you had Major Maniac in a couple of situations go big. Then that second half of the game, that's when they were just dying at the wrong times.
All right, well, before we get back into the map 1, I do want to take a look at a key player matchup. This is the matchup I think everyone's been waiting for from the SOG position. Look at the stats, man. Envoy and Simp have been ludicrous. Simp has a massive edge there in the search and destroy. But when you take a look at these guys' matchups, and I know it'll be a bit before we get to the map 2, but where Gen.G has owned it before the matchup really on yesterday was the search and destroy. Like, Gen.G have handled business there against one of the best search teams in the game. They beat him in the Pro League. They beat him at Anaheim. They lost to him here, but they've got that 2-1 edge, another chance in a grand final. And a reminder, this is back-to-back grand finals for Gen.G. This is 3 grand finals on the year for eUnited. This is the first time that eUnited has been to the grand final from the winner's bracket. I was talking to Clay, I was like, when was the last time you got to a grand final through winners? He's like, I think UMG Dallas 2015.
It's been a while.
Like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy how long it's been with this big of a chance for him to get the victory.
Well, and I think too, what you probably saw early on from eUnited is a lot of the times you just come out with a little bit too much energy, right? And maybe you do some things that you're not used to. Just slow down at times, right? Let the game come to you. You come out with so much energy, but here we go.
We go again. Map 1, Arsenal Hardpoint, eUnited, Gen.G. The resolve of Gen.G tested now behind the replay. Can they get off to a hot start yet again? Envoy says, yes, I absolutely can. 5 go down for eUnited. 3-0 start for Envoy.
Yeah, you see aBeZy just trying to stay alive right now, but Envoy is going to spot that 1 versus 1, leaves him, calls it out to his teammates. I thought he was going to hold artillery. But that's going to be Simp, who's trying to work that side of the map now. But a nice start for Gen.G, but eUnited fights their way back in.
They've got him spawning out towards the bottom left area, towards office. That number 10, which is Mock, spawns all the way out. Bit of a pinch attack opportunity now for Gen.G as they fight for spawns towards artillery. The gunfight at Lights goes to Simp, but 2 eUnited players drop to Mock. So now we'll focus on the backside of the hard point. Major Maniac goes 1 for 1. Simp caught between a rock and a hard place, and he will fall for eUnited. Looks good for Gen.G in the early going of this hard point yet again.
Those are those rotation battles that I was talking about, and Gen.G right there able to win them now. eUnited trying to break this. They send 2 towards the back. They're holding 3 at the front. aBeZy and Clayster, they find kills. Gen.G gonna spawn all the way out. What a break from eUnited. They're gonna get themselves right back into the game.
A sensational break from eUnited. Well, what can Gen.G do to answer? Because there is still a healthy chunk of time within this second hard point. Havoc looking for the opening, and he's gonna find it. Able to flank into Clayster, but 2 players gonna attack him up, and he will drop. 3 down for Gen.G. That's gonna mean a rotation for Gen.G with 20 seconds left. You hate to give up that much time, but the deaths came at an inopportune moment.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to on this map. A map like Arsenal where the rotations are so large. Some other maps with 25 seconds, you're absolutely not giving that time up. You probably send 1 more push, maybe rotate 1 or 2 guys. But on this map, when you rotate, you have to send everyone. Major Maniac trying to do the best he can to hold the front. He's able to win that battle. Havoc's gonna stay towards office with that SOG, and you see where they're gonna spawn eUnited towards that window side. They have to make a decision. How do they want to break?
Mox with work to do back here with the ICR. 1 on top bridge. 1 pushing towards the back steps. Now he's got help in the form of a second AR from Nogafin, and Invoice doing it once again from the objective. Him and Nogafin pairing together to find the kills. Once again, Nogafin in a position where he needs to make a play. Simp gives him the wiggles. Nice strafe there with the SOG, and he's able to take the 1-on-1. I thought for a second eUnited's getting in, but Havoc is still here.
Havoc worked his way back with that SOG. Clayster goes for it 1 more time, but eUnited gonna rotate. So far, so good for Gen.G. Really, the big difference, you just don't have all of those streaks. So now with a 30-point lead, eUnited gonna be set all the way up. You're gonna have to couple of big 1-on-1s. On one end, it's gonna be Clayster on the Major Maniac. On the other, it looks like Pristini is gonna be going up against Mox.
And as much as this is a tough spot for Gen.G to have to replay this, what better way to get into the other team's head than to be like, all right, let's go again, and just smoke them and beat them again on the same map. You gotta think there's potential there for a ton of momentum behind Gen.G, but they still have to do it. Lighten up the kill feed once again is the duo of Havoc and Envoy. They get 4 kills, 3 streak for Envoy, close to an early War Machine. And when you take a look at Simp, he's got a bit of an advantage in that department. We'll see when that comes into the fray throughout this map 1.
Yeah, aBeZy flies over. He's able to find 2 kills, and behind that grapple play, eUnited's gonna find the final 20 seconds. We talked about Nogafin and Pristini, 2 guys at times who struggle in the respawns. You see Pristini right now sitting at 1-8.
And that's a question I presented to you before that map 1. Would an inconsistent performance on either end of this really be what determined our victor? As Mox dancing in the back with Pristini, able to take the 1-on-1. The woes for him continue, and the snap back from Mox is enough damage to make sure they get the kill. 99 points on the board for Gen.G, and they're set up inside of office, and look how deep eUnited is spawning all the way out. Your artillery, you got a 10-second trek to even put any kind of pressure onto this hard point. This is the exact setup you want if you're Gen.G, is they continue to hold on. Envoy wins his gunfight the front. Havoc again wins it on the other side. That duo so good as they're lighting up eUnited right now.
And you saw that there wasn't anyone in the hill for a couple of seconds for Gen.G. That's just because they want to get pushed out with only 20 seconds left. They want to try to get set up for this next one, but you're going to see you have 3 blue arrows already there. Envoy He's able to find 2 more, sitting at double positive 14 and 7. We talked about Dylan and his ability to have multi-kills. Envoy the same way.
That's exactly what I was gonna say, but it's a multi-kill answered by a multi-kill. His Simp finds a triple, and they'll set up in the first hard point in our second set of rotations now. Cluster out to lockdown vent. Simp keeps it rolling. Some nice tags into Envoy, backs him up at least for a moment, takes the re-challenge. An insane one-on-one, but it's Envoy that comes out in the end of it as 3 fall for eUnited and lab control. To Gen.G. 30-point advantage, Gen.G.
And there's still a lot of time on this hill. eUnited trying to fight through that window. Major Maniac, you can see he was ready for it now. Simp and Pristini trying to put some pressure on through lobby, but Envoy, guess what? He finds 2 more. That was a little bit easier for him as they line on up. You do have one player going on a big pinch. That's going to be Clayster. Trying to come behind those players from Gen.G, from artillery side, but Havoc and Envoy, the 2 who always open up the map for Gen.G, do it once more.
What a special player Envoy is. 20 and 10 now, just dropped on a 5 streak. Havoc thinking about going soaring, but gets the read. Shuts down 1, more above, just waiting for him to make the play with the grapple, and here we're gonna go up and in and over. 2, 3 fall, 70 off streaks as Havoc hits the slam.
He can just play the time right now and get the streaks from the ejected, but he's gonna play a little aggressive, goes out of the combat zone, comes back in. Envoy now gonna use the War Machine. And well, just like that, they have a 90-point lead that'll grow to about 115 as eUnited already rotating. But you can see the diamond is starting to glow as Havoc able to find that first streak, can use the lightning on rotation.
Havoc now 6 kills in a row for him. Envoy with the final bits of the War Machine will connect onto a BZ. The lightning strike now comes into play. Havoc calls it into the map. Comes up empty. War Machine now out from the eUnited side of things. 3 down for Gen.G as well, and a chance now to maybe start this comeback. They started a little bit sooner. The first time we were on this map, now it would be a late grasp to try and make this interesting. Tempest out on the other end from Nagafin. He's close to streaks. There's the lightning strike in. Everyone down on their knees right now for eUnited, and the lightning called in over the top. 1 will get shut down. Pristini, I thought was gonna get to the edge, but Nagafin able to hit the shot. 4 in a row for him, and Gen.G 30 seconds away from showing they can do it twice in a row.
Yeah, Nagafin 4 in a row, but I think he just got so much time off the objective. 135 seconds in the hill. Able to find that Hellstorm as well, but he was just sniping players with the Tempest. On rotation over towards artillery, you already have Envoy set up in position. Has the help of Havoc as well. But Simp, ooh, I thought Simp was gonna find 2. But they did it once, and it's looking like they're gonna do it again. Gen.G so good on Arsenal Hardpoint throughout this weekend.
Gen.G with some of the best composure we have ever seen. They do it once, they do it twice. They take the map 1. And as much as that replay seemed to favor eUnited, that is a statement from the Gen.G side of the stage.
And now that's basically 3 times throughout this weekend. So we talk about it as this grand final goes on. Is that a map you're gonna play again if this does go to a second best of 5? Got to get there first, but it's something that we're already starting to develop.
Is that one of the more impressive things you've seen this weekend, them able to do that?
I mean, that's one of the most impressive things I think I've ever seen, right? I was looking at like people's tweets in between that, like if they do this is so much composure and they just do it right away. I mean, a great response from Gen.G with a tough situation to deal with.
Absolutely unbelievable. You gotta think the championship run into a grand final last tournament had to have played a part in that composure. What was the biggest thing the Nameless and Pac-Man talked about on the desk all year long when Gen.G fell short? When they got those top 6s, those top 8s, it was always composure. It was always moments in the clutch. The ability to do that shows me that we are now commentating over a different team.
And their ability to get back-to-back grand finals.
Yeah, that plays into it too, Joe. But what a result. Yeah, I saw the pro players going in on Twitter. I just saw, eUnited 3-0 now. eUnited 100-point club them now. No one ever wins the replay. I was just scrolling through, and that is all I saw. I don't think anyone saw that. coming in, it's smoking them worse than they did the first time.
Yeah, no, not at all. You can see the reaction from the Gen.G guys. They know still a lot of work to do, but have to be happy with that performance.
Yeah, I think you're beyond happy with that performance. That is outrageous stuff from Gen.G. So they get the map 1 win, and again, before this weekend, the last 2 times they matched up, Gen.G took it. eUnited able to beat them yesterday, but the search and destroy, I believe, is where it was like a 3-1 edge to Gen.G. So they've been really, really good there, specifically against eUnited. Does that surprise you, consider eUnited's one of the top search teams in the world?
Well, I think so, but at the same time, Gen.G is, I think, right with them when we talk best search and destroy teams in the world. They can do it with Nagafin, they can do it with Spacely. It doesn't matter who is their 5th. But yeah, I just think maybe you think it's going to be a little bit closer, but maybe Gen.G's just done their homework. They know how they want to play. It comes down to those map vetoes, and we know we're getting a different search and destroy in this series.
And I saw a stat for eUnited that their lowest win percentage in the league was 64%. So basically, they were above 64% in the Pro League in every single game mode, which led the way. No one was really even close. But if you think about another team, especially since the addition of Envoy, that's strong in all modes, that can make plays in all modes, it's the team on the other side of the stage. Gen.G's right there with them. And they might not have done it in the Pro League at that level because, well, eUnited was the best Pro League team, best record, but right now in this grand final, are you feeling like Gen.G can get this to a second best of 5 and take this grand final?
It's feeling that way. I mean, I've been very impressed all year long. One of the stories that we talked about with Gen.G is, can they win a title? It just feels like they're always going to be a dark horse time and time again. Heck, even after they get to a grand final last event, people weren't sure if they were going to be able to even come back to it, right? You had some weak teams, some roster changes that go down, but they answer the call once again.
Oh, I'll give credit. I think it was Pac-Man I was talking to, and after 100 Thieves got knocked out, after Optic was in trouble, it might have been before that, but once they got knocked in a loose frag, I was like, who's your favorite now? And he goes, Gen.G.
Yeah. That's why Pax go.
So yeah, he had a lot of faith in them, and they've made this run, but to Payload, Search and Destroy we go. 2 of the best search teams in the Call of Duty World League. Battling it out on Payload. Simp, one of the best snipers in the game. Not shocked to see that in his hands. But Gen.G now setting up the offensive push.
Placer playing on a bit of an island, trying to play for some information. Bristini working this flank. He's going right at Mox, but Mox just backs up, plays a nice position. Able to get away with his life. We saw what Simp was able to do earlier with that stripe. But Trade's going down towards this B site.
Got a challenge with Bristini. Bristini closed out the kill. Simpton gets the trade numbers to eUnited. Mox gonna be the last man up as he was the player kind of watching the push through on the A side. Unfortunately for him, everybody wraps back, and now in a near on impossible position. Off the map he goes. eUnited get round 1.
Yeah, nice retake for them because they get all that position into the B site. And we saw what Gen.G was able to do on this map against 100 Thieves when they take that mid-tunnel control. Envoy and Havoc leading the way. You know, they were able to catch out Octane a few times or force him to back on up, but Placer waits for his teammates. That's when that retake begins.
They get it done on defense. We'll see if they can do it on the offensive end as well. It's a 5-man hit towards B, but there is a massive defensive wall here from Gen.G. You've got 2 mid-tunnel, 2 set up in the back blocks. So there's a very fast rotation or flank in the cards for Gen.G if they opt to do it. Envoy there, the hero from map 1, gets the first blood.
You see Mox and Major Maniac just back on up. Here comes the flank from Havoc. He's able to almost find one, but you can see the position of eUnited. All 4 in this stairwell trying to push out this back door. They're able to find one, makes it a 4v4. So a great job staying alive in a tough situation, and now they're on the aggression as Placer's able to find one.
3 versus 3. Major Maniac in a big battle. The slide out from Abizi. The movement on point, and the kill comes through. But a flank from Envoy as he continues to make the plays. Now 2 versus 2. Stun's gonna come in. Tac Mask keeps him in the fight. They're going for the bomb play, but the slide out from Envoy. He's looking for more in this round. Envoy with 4 in a row. And of course, it's him and Havoc closing out the round.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of little flanks going on. So many different situations, a lot of little timings. But eUnited, they had to group on up. They were stuck in that staircase, and then they fly throughout that door. And Gen.G, They just didn't want to get caught, and then Envoy reflanks. He's able to push through middle tunnel. And then behind that stun, I think that's when they were able to open that round up.
Envoy on pace to have a once-in-a-lifetime type performance in a grand final. The map one was so good. Now a 4-1 start in the search and destroy, but we're all even at one apiece. Just glancing at the minimap to see the split from both teams. Envoy wisely gonna back out of that one. Mox is gonna get pushed in the back. That is not an easy gunfight with Bristini sliding in with an ICR from that spot. Then it's Envoy there for the trade as well. 4v2 for Gen.G. Simp has made some plays in the clutch, but Arseny's about to be caught. Simp likely finding his way right off the map, and that'll be the case. Down the mountain he tumbles. Back to back for Gen.G.
And that play just starts with Envoy. Not the kill that he gets, but all the information. He sees those players cross the catwalk. He gives that call out to Mox, and as you said, not an easy shot at all for Mox. He has to re-snap through that long slide, able to do so. And then from those numbers, they can just wrap to B.
I don't think Envoy's really been considered in many of the conversations for best player in the game, and I think that's likely
to change.
It's likely because Gen.G hasn't had that win or a bunch of deep runs. You think he belongs in that conversation?
I mean, we've talked about him being one of the best solos in the world, but yeah, with this event performance, he absolutely has to be considered one of the best players in the world.
eUnited want to go right back to B. This time, though, you don't have that four-man presence from Gen.G. It's just going to be Mox. The tunnel rotation, though, coming in. It's going to be Havoc as the point man. Some nice damage in, but can't stand tall to actually finish the fight. Retakes the angle. At least takes one with him. 4 versus 4 early in this round, Joe.
Yeah, and Clayster trying to play that very back position, trying to catch players on the flank. When they went to B last time, it was Havoc very quickly who flanked on through middle. But Nagafin and Envoy haven't bit yet, but now Naga starting this flank, his bombs being planted, but he's going all the way around. I don't know if Clayster's going to be ready for this. Just the idea that he could even be back here, such a heads-up play, so much awareness from Nagafin. Here's going to be a free kill as Clayster's going to be in this corner. And Envoy, he finds one, so now just like that, it's a 4 versus 2.
And that means Envoy's very close to streaks. Yeah, he's 75 off now. How important are streaks on a map like Payload Search?
Not too important, right? It's covered by a lot of things,
well,
but you always take it. Yeah, you'll always take it. Some extra utility.
Good thing they're not going to be died right as you're answering it, but that'll be 3 in a row for Gen.G. Asserting their search and destroy dominance right now over eUnited.
Yeah, but I thought he was just going to stay alive for the defuse. I mean, they're nice to have. Of course, you would love to have them for that ping, for some information.
I think one of the big positives for Gen.G is they haven't really allowed a lot of big plays for eUnited. Like, I think we're expecting the crowd to favor eUnited a little bit, just based on the early going within the series, but they've kind of kept them out of it. Like, they win the replay by 150 points. They're winning these rounds early in search and destroy. I think the longer you can keep them out of it, keep the energy maybe out of the eUnited side, it's big for Gen.G.
Well, and listen, again, we talked about it before the match started, but when they played in winners round 1 or 2, whatever it was, the difference maker was Simp, right? And they were able to lock him down on the first map, and really so far on this map where he had a 1.5 in that series.
Where were eUnited's 2 final runs? When Simp was God, since he joined this team. Where did eUnited struggle? When Simp was human. So they do rely on him to be legendary. He's got to turn it up in this final, and unfortunately, he's going to be the first to drop for eUnited.
Well, especially if he's going to match Envoy, right? Because Envoy right now is sitting at 8-3, but 3 versus 3 in this round.
And what was Simp's search, Katie, here? It was like 1-8? That's absurd. I think the only one I saw higher was like 0 at a 2, something before that last series.
It's a little bit more skewed, right? Because you only had a couple of rounds.
It's true.
You know, we don't have 3 pool play matches on a Friday.
2v3 for eUnited as Major Maniac goes soaring in. Not able to win the one-on-one. It's Bristini that gets the kill. 2 versus 2 now. One player falls off the map. eUnited clutch up in the round, maybe blessed a bit by some movement blunders on Gen.G. But how huge a round that is for eUnited.
Yeah, to just stop the momentum that Gen.G had. I think Major Maniac playing that top catwalk. You always got to be a little bit careful. It is scary from time to time if you're trying to slide off of it.
And I feel like you can hear it in the crowd. They're like wanting that moment, right?
They want it to happen.
They're wanting the moment to erupt for eUnited. Just waiting on it. But when it comes, and when that passion gets going for eUnited, can Gen.G hold on? eUnited now back to offense. It's been B hits early. This time, they're gonna try their odds at A. Nagathan gets a stun in and backs up immediately as we'll focus on the Major Maniac. Hold it, catwalk. That's an easy one. Placer comes hopping up. 3 kill for Major Maniac. Havoc drops one before he gets traded out.
I was to say, Simp just gets caught with a sniper, and you saw what Gen.G was trying to do early on. They were going for that mid-control to stop the B hit from eUnited. But as you said, it's an A hit. Placer, he gets taken down. Maybe doesn't expect Major Maniac to be there.
Well, I was gonna say maybe a fortunate rotation for eUnited, because right as I thought they were gonna head to B, Mox brings it back to A, but they actually just loop around and look for the same position. Nagathan lying in wait. Major Maniac here as well. 2 are going to fall. Last man up is a BZ in a 1 versus 4. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, and Gen.G capitalize.
Push me off. I'm like, I'm gonna just stay on the map. What the fuck?
You seeing anything from eUnited right now that needs to improve on either end of this search and destroy?
I think they're just allowing Gen.G a little bit too much aggression towards that middle tunnel. The First Bloods leaning the way of Gen.G with Envoy and Havoc, the pressure they're putting on. I'd put a Sog in Sim's hands, let him fly around with a BZ, try to open it up, maybe a 2 versus 2 in the middle tunnel.
My next question was gonna be, what would you change if it was your call? And
yeah,
you already answered it for me. And that's a Sog. Let's see. Well, okay. Well, he just got punched by his teammate. He's just like, pick it up, buddy. Little slap to the backside.
Well, and that's exactly what they do. They go middle of tunnel, a BZ and Sim. They try to find the first blood. They're not able to finish the kill. Havoc staying alive somehow. Havoc staying alive somehow. Dancing around this area. Mox finds 2 kills.
Yeah, Mox is his guardian angel there. I thought Havoc was dead to rights, but Clayster with a sneaky position. I thought maybe 2 kills would be enough to give Sep a chance. Can Sep make the 1v3 happen?
Well, I thought he had a chance maybe to catch the bomb planter, but they just yell, right? Gen.G, they're headed towards this A side. See what he can find. And, well, he's going to get some bad timing. Major Maniac's going to spot him.
And that's an ICR versus Solid.
Yeah, not going to win that one.
Wait, I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Gen.G have been perfect once they've gotten the advantage. Other than the blunder where Major Maniac fell off the map and that kind of wild 2 versus 2, when they've had their 3v2s, 4v3s, like when they've had the numbers, we've seen them close out the rounds. And we've seen a lot of your 100 Thieves, your phases in those situations sometimes crumble, make a misplay. We haven't seen that at all from Gen.G within this map too.
Yeah, to me, that's just the communication. The communication's on point. I'm not sure who's making the mid-round play calls, but they're following someone. As soon as someone says, go this way, that's exactly what they're doing.
Havoc's gonna get caught. A chance for eUnited to make a play behind it. 2 are gonna drop. Can Major Maniac answer back? It's Mox that's actually able to do so. 3 versus 3. A nice slide out from Major Maniac, but there's 2 players there. They're both gonna get caught, and now Nagathan in a 1v3 with 60 seconds to go. eUnited have got to rip off 4 straight rounds to tie up this series.
And there you see the aggression from eUnited. I think there was 3 players that just fly on through, start the trade scenario. They're able to get around on the board.
And that's what you were asking for, right? A little more aggression.
Well, and even the round before that, they were able to get it. They just couldn't find Havoc. Havoc stayed alive for so long.
Well, as soon as he got to that spot, there was a player at the tractor. I was like, oh, he's gonna get shot in the back. But then Mox or Nagathan, one of the guys looking over him, was able to rip him as soon as he peeked the corner. Felt like it was a round eUnited should have taken. Well, maybe not a round, but at least the early going of the round to get numbers. And you know eUnited are feeling the pressure. I know both sides of this are, but you've been to finals 3 times.
Yeah,
this time, you get there from the winner's bracket.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They know this is theirs to win. They got to show it. Havoc tagged up, but gets out of harm's way for now. Nagathan, I think, able to spot 2 on the cross there through pipes. That's your teammate. Gave him a little bit of a tickle. Patience from Gen.G thus far. Maybe looking for aggression out of eUnited, trying to catch them in a trap. And look at that number 3, starting to wrap all the way to Catwalk, get information on the other side of the map. That's going to be Envoy, who's peeking his head in towards A.
Yeah, Envoy and Havoc starting to work their way, but aBeZy with the nade, able to find 2.
Can that be a moment for eUnited to get something going within this comeback? But RC is going to get caught. You have a 5v3. It's now a 3 versus 3. Things collapsing for eUnited. Joe, what happened?
Look at the play call, though, right now from Gen.G. They knew eUnited was going to wrap, and instead of planting the bomb, okay, so they're going to plan towards B. Now, what position? Oh, okay, so Havoc's just going to back on down. Doesn't want to take a 1 versus 1. You have the cluster on Envoy if he wants to use it. So call it to stop that doorway, but they're just going to go. They're going to try and catch Sim behind this tractor. Envoy's going to win the one-on-one.
Clayster down. All hope lies with Pristini in a 1v3 to secure this map 2. 1 player down. 24 seconds to go. They're both waiting in the corner, and Gen.G lock it down. Now 1 map away from getting to the second best of 5, and they're making this look easy.
A sloppy round right there from eUnited. You do the hard part, right? You find the first 2 kills. At that moment, all you have to do is regroup. Even if they get a bomb down, you have the numbers. You play with the numbers. 2 players get caught out.
It seems clear that something's off with eUnited. Whether it's the communication, the nerves are a little bit too jazzed up. How do you fix it during this break before map 3?
I mean, you just go over what you can, right? Just have to calm down, try to do what you can to get ready for map number 3. Take it 1 map at a time.
eUnited came here from the winner's bracket. They only need to win 1 best of 5, but almost out of this first one. The control coming up next. We are back in Miami for the grand final for the CWL Pro League in 2019, and the fans are on their feet, the fans are excited, but they're just praying for some sort of life out of eUnited because there hasn't been much to cheer for. They're currently cheering for free gear.
Yeah, no, you can't be mad at him. I think Guy is, I don't know if he's mimicking a running back. I'm not sure what's going out there, but yeah, they're all trying to find some Astro Gaming gear.
And we love our Astro Gaming gear, don't we, Joe?
We sure do.
I think my A50s are my single favorite thing that I own.
It's also Copper's favorite chew toy.
He's insane. That's my German short-haired
You're also
winner. He's
insane.
psychotic. Yes,
Yeah.
no, like owner, like dog, if that's a thing.
I think it is, yeah.
Welcome back. I might be sweating and out of breath because we went for that mile-long jog to try and go to the restroom, and now we're back at it. But yeah, it's been all Gen.G, but I think it could end up being a good thing for fans of Call of Duty because we've mentioned it time and time again. Last year we had, what, 5 out of 7 best of, our grand finals went 2 best of 5s. We had insane finals. This year it's been pretty lopsided. Like, Optics smoked eUnited, LG smoked Splice, 100 Thieves smoked eUnited. Like they haven't been very close grand finals. This has a chance to now go the distance. I know it's stressful if you're an eUnited fan, but it could set up for something incredible.
Yeah, and already Gen.G is the first team to take 2 maps away from eUnited this weekend. So,
oh wow,
eUnited in a scenario they haven't felt all weekend.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. And for Gen.G, it was big, obviously, that they got the 3-over phase to get here quickly. Is the 3-0 in this first best of 5 important?
I just think it's a confidence thing, right? After eUnited beats you in the winners bracket, I think they have that confidence going against them, but that would flip-flop for Gen.G. But now you go to Arsenal on control, and in that winners bracket round, eUnited smoked Gen.G. It was a very fast 3-0 on this map. We'll see what adjustments Gen.G can make.
And will that tell you if maybe eUnited's in a bit of a funk right now in the grand final if you don't see them come out and get control?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. All right, map 3 underway. eUnited trying to fight back within this best of 5. Mox and Clayster doing battle from pillar to pillar, and it's a 3-man hit through window from eUnited as they come soaring in.
And well, maybe the funk's gone because 4 go down for Gen.G.
And how badly they needed that. A moment to celebrate. Zone A is cruising as you've got 4 set up inside. No kills for Gen.G. So look at that lockdown. Now they think of their next line of attack. We've seen teams fight for lobby control. We've seen a push through artillery depending on the squad. eUnited looking for this pinch. 3 wrapping back towards spawn, and Major Maniac will be the spotter for that. And then Clayster and Pristini working towards the Gen.G side of things.
Nice shots for Major Maniac, but he gets a lot of information that they wrapped all the way through. Simp, though, maybe starting to heat on up. He's on 2 kills. He's able to win that first one against Havoc. Nice cluster in a nice spot for Steve. Flies through lobby, runs out of ammo. But Havoc responds with 2 of his own. You still have Clayster trying to work some of these spawn kills right now.
Now, see if he can stay alive maybe until the next push comes in. That'd be great, but he's going to get caught out. The eUnited setup staggered, at least for the moment, as they try to group up. They still have a 3-life advantage, but just under 80 seconds to work with, and the issue is you've got mid-map control for Gen.G as they keep terrorizing eUnited from their kitchen. And look at where Nagafin, look where Nagafin is on the map.
Yeah,
look at where Naga is on the map.
Goes all the way around, finds Clayster on that wide flank.
And how annoying of a death is that if you're a player?
Yeah, well, it might not be that annoying because there's 3 dead. RC's, he's going to find 3. They finally get to the point. They know Nagafin's position. But Mox with a big one-on-one against the guy who found those 3 kills. But eUnited has a chance now. It's so difficult to get to this B site.
What a challenge that is from Pristini, and that corpse is terrifying as he's just hanging out there on his knees. We need that to go away. eUnited still in the hunt. Streaks for Pristini, snaps from Pristini. Hellstorm Lightning earned. 5 life advantage and 55 seconds now to work with. That looked like something out of a horror film.
Yeah, but I think he used one of these streaks to secure this offensive round. It's exactly what he's going to try to do. Mox, he's going to get taken out. He tries staying outside the map a little bit too long. A nice nade from Naga, but they know now he's inside the vent. They stay alive. This should be an offensive round win for eUnited. We know how hard it is to win an offense on this map.
4 versus 10 for Gen.G. 4 versus 9. They're chipping away at it.
Well, the best thing for Gen.G is if you can make it into a scary round for United and force out the Hellstorm, but behind the frag, I don't know if that's going to come out. There's only 2 people left now. They know where Envoy is. They should be able to trade it. They should be able to trade it, and they do.
eUnited, round 1 done. As they get a great opening break and they're able to play their lives from there and hold the edge throughout that round. You also have 1 more streak at your disposal. But yeah, it really started with when we hopped over to Nagafin on that flank on Clayster. Clayster dropped, but his teammates up front got, what, 3-4 down from there. You don't have to worry about trying to push out through Broken. You've already got some sort of a threshold up towards the statue, and it just seemed like bit by bit they were able to.
And that gets scary if Gen.G, because Gen.G is able to retake that site. We know how hard it is to get to there, but you have the lightning to get them out of position.
Such a great break from eUnited the first time around. We'll see if they can replicate that. Cluster out from Simp, but he's gonna get hit with a stun, and then Nagafin and Mox, the ICR, shut down 3 from eUnited. Arsenes tries to answer back with an ICR of his own. He's able to do that, so now it's really just Nagafin inside of Central Lab, and then Havoc tried to push up above the ladder room and do what he can.
Yeah, we saw Havoc fly through the window off the break, and he just kept going through top artillery side. Maybe try to find a couple of kills. Was able to find 1. So far, so good for eUnited on this defensive round.
You're good in lives if you're Gen.G, but it's the clock you're worried about. Under 40 seconds to work with.
This could be like this could be the last push for Gen.G just due to the time. If they don't find enough kills, it's so hard to get inside. But Havoc, Nagafin, they do find 3, but it's Arsenes who's come up big throughout this game.
That's the break Gen.G needed, though. It's enough to get in and extend this 60 seconds. Unless eUnited opt to take another crack at this. They do have 1 inside event and 1 in the back lobby. They're going to throw the Hellstorm into this as well. That finds absolutely nothing but Clayster and a BZ. Able to combo onto 2, only 1 bit of progress done for Gen.G. 3 players up, the rest coming off a spawn now. This frag grenade could be big from Pristini, at least just gonna keep them at bay. They opt to go towards B. Abizi is here with the grab slam as well. This should be a round to eUnited.
Well, he's gonna use it, find the first kill, play his life. But yeah, Gen.G have to go towards B because they had to stop the clock. Not gonna happen, eUnited up 2-0.
Well, you spoke to their dominance on this map. So far, they're showing us exactly that. They're not going out of this first best of 5 without a fight.
And again, it's going to be interesting if we do get to a second best of 5 where the vetoes change. I mean, eUnited might change that first hard point. Gen.G might change the control.
All eyes on Simp. To take over this series for eUnited. 10-7 within this control. This time, they want to take the action to B. Cluster available for Simp. Major Maniac gonna have to back down instantly as he sees the pressure coming in. That's a great pick from him from the back steps, and then Mox comes across to locate a kill. Simp's cluster that I thought would be the highlight, maybe to push back steps, actually ends up killing a teammate. So that first push from eUnited couldn't have gone much worse.
Do have Pristini on A though. With the BZ pushed up artillery side. Major Maniac is gonna find Pristini. Yeah, players inside event, so nobody on A, and Nagafin with a nice heads up play, able to find a BZ on the flank.
We saw the variable scope from Clayster earlier. Now Nagafin pulling it out as well. 38 seconds to go. Stellar defense from Gen.G. 4 life advantage as well. eUnited do get 2 picks. That's going to be the call to go. 3 down now for Gen.G as the flood come forward. 4 down, 1 player left. Has to back it up. It's Nagafin. Frag grenade in hand. What does it hit? Well, it's Pristini who was trying to get an 8 out of his own. Gen.G looks like they want to send more at this, but the stun's going to keep them at bay.
Yeah, you gotta watch number 6, Major Maniac through the vents. He might be the guy that opens things up. Him and Envoy going all the way around. Of course, you would love to try to retake this site, but they don't want to throw too many lives away. I think the clock was the attractive push for Gen.G. They're not gonna do it. They're gonna opt to hold B. And well, with no streaks, that was the difference maker in the first offensive round. They should be able to lock it in.
Envoy still all the way towards the eUnited spawn. They've got to worry about him. You see two players tracking back to try and locate Envoy, and it's not going to be enough to shut him down. He's going to get the kill. Two more fall. Spawn killing now in for Gen.G and a 6-life advantage. There's one guy from eUnited on the other side of the map. That's going to be Simp, and he's got a decision to make.
And you see this setup, what it does, it forces eUnited to waste so much time to go all the way around. They can only do this once or twice. Puts them in such a tough position, but it is complete map control right now from Gen.G. And then you have Havoc, who's just cutting that push in half.
Seems like every player we go to from Gen.G winning their one-on-one. Finally, that pressure up front from Gen.G isolated and shut down. Envoy's gonna choose to wrap back towards his teammates. They have the 8-life advantage. They can just play it safe from here and get their first round on the board. Simp gets spotted and then just barely gets away. Simply a matter of time now.
Yeah, easier part done for Gen.G. Now it's the hard part. Can you force a round 5 where you would be on the defensive end? You have to win an offense.
They've got a grab slam. They have a Tempest. I think it was the War Machine that was close to being done. So there will be the specialist to make the play. I guess the question is, can you put yourself in a position to get efficient uses out of them? And this was Havoc that you called out, just cutting off the reinforcements from eUnited over and over again from lab to window. Such a great position on the map.
And he's just so quick. When you have mid control, you can rotate to both sides, go through the lobbies. That's exactly what he was able to do. But an impressive setup right there from Gen.G. We've seen something similar to that, but not all the way pushed on both sides.
No, that was crazy to look at just on the map, right? Havoc leading the way with the grab slam. And that's what I thought Simp was going to do on the other side. Oh, Havoc! The grab slam in, 5 down for eUnited as Havoc hits a big one. Now it looks like they're going to split for now. One's going to hold lobby, one's going to get in towards A, and they're going to 3-stack this B point. What a fragment from Nagafin! There's only 9 dead for eUnited. Nobody's dropped from Gen.G. What is this, round 4? That's done. The grapple across. The streak's in for Havoc. eUnited are getting fried.
This is going to be a very fast round. They're all on the point. The push is coming from window. Here we go. eUnited trying to get on the point. We're headed to a round 5.
Joe, you know how before that round I said, can they get in position to efficiently use their specialist?
They did it.
That was an efficient use of a grab slam. And then what a cluster that was onto Arcity's toe. The frag grenade from Nagafin. That was as close to perfect as you're going to see in a round.
Well, I was going to call out Arcety's because he has a trophy in his hand. Why don't you just throw the trophy down?
Would that have been helpful?
You can just pick it back up.
Oh, my God.
And maybe he can get some shots into the grapple player.
You said that was the hard part. They earned 4 streaks during the hard part.
Yeah, they did it.
And Mox is only 225 off as well. So now eUnited in trouble. One more round for Gen.G, and we're going to another best of 5. One Lightning already gonna be in. The numbers now to Gen.G on this first push.
Nagafin on an 8 spree. Havoc already pushed up. Tempest out now. War Machine though gonna be used by Simp. Gonna lock down that Tempest. You have eUnited in position. What a response this would be.
But this isn't the tough part. The tough part is the outer sight when you have 3 streaks still on Gen.G. So you need to get this. And not only do you need to get this, but you need early and frequent pressure onto the next objective because you've got to force those streaks out of them quickly. Otherwise, how the hell are you going to win this round?
Well, it's going to be one of those rounds where maybe you try to play around kills as much as you can, right? Try to force it. So it's hard for Gen.G to use those streaks, but they need a lot of kills from this momentum, from this rotation.
Oh, he
from
stopped
A to
shooting.
B, and boy, stop shooting.
Oh, that's not going to help your cause.
And once again, you see this gold line across the bottom side of the map start to develop for Gen.G.
90 seconds to go. And you still have to get 3 streaks exhausted by Gen.G. They got to get towards the site and start forcing these out quickly. This should force one out. That's going to be 3 down. The streaks are going to have to get called in. It's Envoy, though, that might be able to make the play behind the War Machine, but he's going to put it away for now. There's one streak in, and that's going to be the Hellstorm from Nagafin. It's 2 funnel into Vents, and he tucks one right into Pristini. Oh, dear Lord. Havoc, you madman.
So they're able to force one out, but they have to do 2 more times. Plus you had the War Machine that Envoy just put away because he knew the Hellstorm was being called in.
Big win there from Mox to continue to stagger this spawn for eUnited. eUnited looking for an opening. I don't even know if they're going to need the streaks. eUnited can't get past Office when Havoc is making plays like that. 8 life advantage now for Gen.G. Havoc, a chance to make a play yet again. This time he's going to drop, but can his teammates pick up the slack? You have to replay map 1 if you're Gen.G. You take that, you go to a map 2, search and destroy, you dominate there, and now we're eUnited, destroyed you. You go down 0-2, and you bring it back with back-to-back-to-back rounds. That is a 3-0 in our first best of 5. Gen.G, they mean business, Joe.
Well, I was talking about, are we going to see that again in the second best of 5? I don't know if eUnited's going to let it through, but a dominant showing from Gen.G, and now the pressure is on. One more best of 5.
What more could you do if you're Gen.G to get into the heads of eUnited? The replay, beating them on their best control. The best thing for eUnited is probably the next 10 minutes. Somehow, a little break to just digest what happened, shrug it off, and focus on the next best of 5. Because that, for the most part, was not competitive. They looked good at 2 spots during that best of 5, and it was the first 2 rounds of the control. Outside of that, dominated by Gen.G. Right now, Gen.G look like the better team, and we don't see it very often where a team comes from the loser's bracket and takes 2 series. It's rare. But Gen.G, man, it feels like they are on the cusp. But before we get into the next best of 5 to decide everything here in Miami, we'll get it back over to Katie and the guys.
Uh-oh. 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 Oh, no. We might be
all those stats we were talking about before, out of the window.
Yeah, what did you say?
No team since April 2018 has come through losers and won. Right. No team in Black Ops 4 has won more than 1 map out of losers bracket in the grand finals. They just dominated.
And technically, they just won 4.
They just dominated. And a lot of times after whatever happened in map 1 where there's an issue that couldn't be controlled, a lot of time the team that won, it's just hurt. You know, I mean, they just played and they won and they come out the next on the replay, it demoralized, exactly, and then they didn't get demoralized. They beat them worse. Said, you know what, we're better than you at this map.
I'm pretty sure there was like a little clip of like we saw Major Maniac. He's like, why are you wasting our time? Like after they played the second map, you gotta be feeling confident, man. The way that Gen.G just came out of that series, the resilience shown out of them, especially going down 0-2 in that control. That flawless round was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful.
What a statement piece. You can see it right now.
The right term is not luck, so there was some fortunate stuff based on preparation.
Kobe.
The Kobe, right?
Grab.
The 4-piece grab. And then after this, the Nagafin follow-up with a 2-piece nade. Just
it was domination. It was overwhelming force.
Nagafin had an incredible map. This guy was going off, you know, a player is often critiqued for having bad respawn gameplay and, you know, being a good search player. He's going off later in these series. He's stepping up when, you know, players like Envoy, Major Maniac, and Mox start to slow down. He's stepping up and going big, and he picks up full streaks, and he uses this Hellstorm and, like, curves it and spawn kills Pristini in a crazy way. Just Nagafin was playing on an entire new level, and this is the best I've seen him play.
Naga steps up at big tournaments, man. Like Black Ops 3 champs, AW champs. This guy is a consistent performer on the big stage. He's back at it again, man, for real.
Watching that S&D though, that map 2, it was beautiful on the side of Gen.G. They were able to basically eliminate Simp from the map. He was running that sniper the first couple of rounds and was just not able to pick up some kills. I'm pretty sure I watched him go on that A-bomb site to that middle connector and he basically went for a nope scope. Like he was just getting so much bad timing. They were just playing to counter him every single round.
And what a statement to say, eliminated Simp from the map.
Yeah, especially
You made him
when it came to
a
the sniper.
non-entity.
It wasn't even like a sniper battle versus sniper battle. They were just countering everything that he could possibly have done.
There was a moment in the game 2 Search and Destroy where eUnited could have made the comeback. It was 5-3, and then BZ got a 2-piece grenade at the start of the round. 5v3. That's what you want. Slid into the middle connect area, got killed. There was no trade. RC's got bad timing in the middle. It just felt like everything that was happening good for United was instantly countered, or something happened on the map where Gen.G took advantage of it and then just went on to just destroy after that.
Or anything that could go wrong went wrong. Bad timing, anything
that's what was
else.
happening for United the
Yeah,
whole
and
time.
so something else though, I wonder, is it just, you know, the little things going wrong, Nameless, or we just saw eUnited tear through FaZe Clan. They beat Gen.G already once. What's going on with them?
Well, it's finals now, right? And Gen.G did come off of a win, coming straight into this match. And, you know, Envoy's playing on an entire new level as well. He was 28-12 on that first map. So if he's able to keep that up and neutralize the SOG duo on the side of eUnited, like Jay just said, Sip was not able to do anything on that game too because they played to counter him. Like, look at these stats. Like, these are amazing stats, and this is the finals versus the team that won the winners bracket. They just 3-0'd them, and they probably felt like they just 4-0'd them because they probably were going to win that first map as well. Like, they have all the confidence in the world. Nobody on this Gen.G team has ever won a championship before. The hunger is there, and they are 1 series away. They have gotten rid of the obstacle of winning 2 series. That's the first step. Now eUnited, that's their first loss in this tournament. They're sitting back like, wow, like they have to deal with a loss now. We could potentially, you know, lose after going through the winners bracket, which is something that you got to get over.
To be fair, United didn't exactly tear through FaZe, right? It was 250 to 247. 6-5 in the S&D, 3-2 control. It was a close series the whole way. Gen.G's lost 1 map today in 3 series. Something was in Gen.G cereal today. They look amazing. They destroyed Reciprocity, shut down Dylan. Now they're playing against the other best SOG duo and destroying them as well. They look amazing.
They certainly do look amazing. And again, Gen.G bringing this to 1 more series from their losers bracket. Can they do it? Can they be the first team in this title to win from a losers bracket run? Can eUnited regain? Can they get their composure back and take down Gen.G? We will find out right after this break.
Championship Sunday. What was that? He got the kill! And Gen.G do it!
4 seconds is all they need. They're going down. They're going to go. 247. Oh my goodness.
We are back. It is time for our second best of 5. Gen.G come in and shock just about everybody with a convincing 3-0 in the first set. Now it's one best of 5 to decide everything. And Joe, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
We know eUnited's been to more grand finals than anyone this year. They've been to 3. They've fallen short. Has there been anything that's maybe been a consistent factor for their failure?
They've had a couple of bad performances from a few players, but one that sticks out to me, this story, when you talk about Clayster in finals, at Anaheim, at London, it was a .71 against 100 Thieves. Here, just in that first best of 5, a .54 against Gen.G. It cannot happen. I know we've been talking about this storyline time and time again, but he has to turn into a catalyst for this team. He can't rely on Simp, can't rely on aBeZy. He has to be a leader that he once was.
And there have been, I've been commentating a long time now, the Call of Duty 5-6 years, and the number of times I've seen Clayster struggling and like one big triple and the crowd erupting is enough for him to improve over the course of the series. And I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I've seen it so many times. And I know this crowd is hungry to get into it behind eUnited, but they haven't been given a chance. Do you feel like it's just one map victory or like one big Clay and team moment away from a swing here?
I think so, because I think the crowd wants it. I think the crowd wants eUnited in it. But we already see, you saw that maps at a couple of changes. You're not going to see Arsenal Control. You're not going to see Arsenal Hardpoint. Right now, we're going to Seaside. You talk about Gen.G SOG duo, eUnited SOG duo. This is going to be a fun one to watch.
Map 1 of the second best of 5. Off to the races. The early going, good for eUnited as they'll track down 3 kills, 4th drops in the back, and the 5th. Final one down. Just the opening you need from eUnited is they've got to kick this into a second gear. They've got to dig deep, come up with something if they're going to be champions.
And I think winning map 1 would just be so important to get them right back into it. Come from the winner's side for a reason. They've been so good this weekend. But Gen.G, a very fast 3-0 in that first series, fighting their way on back. Havoc, Envoy, they're gonna find 4 kills in your feed. Havoc now on 4 in a row, 325 off streaks. Naga trying to work up barrel side, but he's gonna be 3 eUnited players, finds 2. Can he find the Naga almost did it.
That was nearly outrageous, but Simp finishes the kill. Now to back Church Courtyard, eUnited in first. Envoy though, dominates one side of it, so now the pinch attack is going to be able to come in, and look how far out eUnited is spawning. That is far too easy. Envoy destroying right now. I don't know, did you see Dashy's tweet coming into this one? That Envoy's the best sub in the game.
I think him and Dylan are, I think that from what we've seen, but yeah, Envoy right now doing it in a grand final. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But as soon as we talk about that, a big break for eUnited, and you see Pristini's position on the map, already rotating towards that fountain. We know that's the money hill, especially on this first rotation, when you have no streaks, when you have no specialists for Gen.G.
aBeZy was 210 off of streaks, so he'll start to try and hunt those down. Clayster with a stun out, but he gets swarmed. Now to the other side of this, everybody backing up from eUnited. Clayster gonna spawn in safe right after the new hardpoint pops. We'll stick with aBeZy's POV and see if he can get these streaks. Does any of the pressure come towards him? It looks like it's gonna be up to the mid lane. They're gonna fly into the other side of it, so he's gonna have to track back and try to help, and he's gonna do just that. So much fun, some damage in, but not quite enough to get the streak.
Always gotta be careful. Oh, boy, almost on the side stairs, able to find him, but he stays behind the fountain, and now just 5 points away.
I thought he hit a couple players there. I thought
he got one assist. He got one assist.
Clayster with a three-piece. Hellstorm Lightning at the ready now for eBeasy as 5 go down for Gen.G. And eUnited push the lead out to 50.
And they're ready for this barrels rotation from Gen.G. Clayster's able to find 2. Envoy's gonna take down his teammate, but the number's a little bit too strong right now. It's just down to Simp. But a very quick rotation in from his teammates. He's gonna have all the reinforcements. Now Gen.G trying to set up the pinch, but Clayster with a one-on-one win against Nagafin.
Havoc tries to go in for the break. 3 are gonna drop for Gen.G. So far, so good. eUnited hold. Last guy is Major Maniac, but the trade there for eUnited as they're starting to run away with this map 1.
Yeah, plus you still have the streaks on eBeasy, so you can play for the scrap time inside of barrel when it comes down to it. They'll help you break that first and second hill. Heck, if they need it towards the third. But they're holding barrels right now. Gen.G, have they finally run out of gas? That's gonna be the question. You see what they've done to him on this map. Envoy struggling right now. We'll see if he can turn it around.
I feel like they'd be okay though, because it was a 3-0 in the losers bracket final. It was a 3-0 in the first. That you couldn't have got here any cleaner.
I mean, then this is very impressive from eUnited.
Whoa, what I say right before this? What's the best thing for eUnited? 10 minutes to cool the jets and focus up for this second best of 5, and it seems to be exactly what they've done. eBeasy still sitting on those 2 streaks. He's set up, grab slam through. 1 kill for him. 3 more now flooding in, and he's got the corner, trying to get the damage in. His teammates dropping around him. The hip fire gonna be strong enough. Now it falls to the final 2 players of eUnited. Arsity is left in a one-on-one with Mox as the reinforcements come in, and he's gonna pull out the Tempest. Can he hit a shot inside? Feels like every angle he's guessing wrong, but there's the connection. But the flanking for the steps, it's Envoy that's able to shut him down, so not too much out of the Tempest, but it doesn't really matter as eUnited are still soaking up the objective
Yeah,
points.
they're in the 20 seconds, and that's fine because they have the streaks, so even when you rotate to courtyard, you're fine. Clayster already with an early vision. He's gonna pop the pulse and allow them to win this rotation, getting all the information they could ever want.
You called him out before this second best of 5, and now he's 15-9. Pristini, the other player that's been a little bit all over the map for eUnited, starting to heat up as well at 13-10. All the kills seem to be going the way of eUnited right now. Lead growing and growing and growing. Winner Gen.G gonna come alive? The answer might be never, at least within this first map. Mox was able to earn a Lightning. So you've got 3 streaks with 2 of those on the eUnited end of things. Simp has his War Machine ready to go. Waiting for him to maybe toss this into the mix, but for now just gonna do it with the SOG, the slide out and challenge. Not good enough, and Gen.G at least able to get in and contest for the final 20.
Nagafin uses his Tempest right there, not able to connect. Pristini fights for the scrap time, and one of the strengths of eUnited is Pristini used to be a SOG player. For a map like this, you can run the 3 SOG setup. Envoy, though, takes care of all 3 of them. Is it too little, too late, though? You have the streaks on eBeasy to help you on this situation.
And this is an interesting map 1 from the sense that who lit up the first series? Envoy, struggling. Who got lit up the first series? Clayster, dominating. It's like things have flipped on their head, and Seaside is all about eUnited as Clayster with the jump shots does so much damage, and they'll retain the spawns for Statue. They can win it here. Purifier out. Pristini cooking as Envoy will fall. A Lightning in from Mox is gonna take 1 player out and 1 teammate, but they can test enough that eUnited can't close the game out at Fountain.
These 20 seconds will help, though. Get them darn close. Pristini not gonna have that Purifier. Decided to pop it there just to lock down that top bar area. Havoc has the slam if he wants to use it, able to find 3. Havoc been so efficient, that's his 4th with the slam.
It's an incredible play. It'll probably be the best play from this map, but unfortunately the scoreline is currently 238-80.
A lot to a little.
Yeah. Great play, doesn't matter. Gen.G at least trying to make this a bit more respectable and make sure they aren't 100-point club. I know this is the map of Magic, where we've seen all the massive comebacks, but they were down, what, 160 or so in this game? But all you can do if you're Gen.G is to try your best to bring it back in, but it's War Machine out for both sides. Envoy, one to the back of Nagafin, but one Abizi is gonna catch as well. Gen.G have done such a good job holding over the last 45 to 60 seconds, but they were just in such a big hole.
I guess one good thing for Gen.G, it feels like, I don't know what happened the first half of the game, but the second half the guns got right back to where they were. A lot of multi-kills in the feed, but as you said, I think it's just too little too late. Now you still have the lightning on Abizi if you want to call it in. Gen.G still contesting as much as they can. Simp though trying to find a way to stay alive, able to do so. Abizi comes on through. Simp, that's gonna do it. eUnited able to win the first map in the second best of 5.
The crowd finally comes alive. eUnited finally get a map victory, and now that first best of 5 means nothing. eUnited 1-0 up and 2 maps away from taking this grand final. Map 1 Seaside went a whole hell of a lot better than losing Arsenal twice map 1.
I mean, just think about a couple of these situations these teams have dealt with in this series, right? You have the replay in the first one, Gen.G respond, you get 3-0'd, and right away, eUnited respond on Seaside. It's difficult to do. You're in such a tough hole. It feels like everything's coming apart, but a nice response and a big couple of plays from Clayster and Pristini.
So do you think the case may have just been that map 1 situation happens in the first series and eUnited unravel a little bit? They never really have a chance to talk through and regain properly. Now with that little bit of a break, do you think it was just enough for them to reset, come back to this as a new team?
I just think it's more of eUnited putting a ton of pressure on themselves, getting away from their game, not focusing on their communication like we saw Gen.G doing in that first best of 5. They know what's at stake. They're not silly. They've been here 3 times. They want to win one.
I think that's fair. They really, really, really want to win one.
Yeah.
Just think about it, man. The first win for Clay in nearly 4 years, and that's not the only storyline here. For the Tiny Tears and Abizi and Simp, this would be their first ever championship in what is got to be an incredible career ahead of those 2 players.
I mean, even for the Twins, it's been since, what, IW, where they won their first title. It's been a while for all of these guys.
That's true.
They want to put themselves back on the map.
What better way to do it than $1 million tournament here in Miami? eUnited, they get the win, and if you joined us a little bit late, if you just hopped in for the second best of 5, it was a 3-0 for Gen.G. That was a 45-minute, hour-long series because of the replay. But now eUnited have gotten the crowd behind it. They started to get something going. I think you heard it there, like everyone kind of getting loud. Like we knew just with the brand that is Clayster and eUnited, we knew the crowd would be favoring them a bit, but how quiet was it through the first series? And not to knock the fans, but they didn't have many moments to cheer for. It was silence in here throughout it due to the play from Gen.G. But finally you get that moment, you feel the energy in this convention center starting to light up. So now we talked about after that map 1, what kind of, I guess how would the composure be for Gen.G to answer back after the replay? Kind of similar here. You get thumped in the first map, you got to show that composure yet again. And they look really good in that map too, search and destroy on Payload.
Yeah, they did, and that will be map 5 if we get there. So, if we get there.
If we get there.
I mean, eUnited.
Give me a game 5.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Give it to me. Clayster in a 1v1.
For the dub?
For the dub. I do horrible things for that scenario.
I don't want to know what those horrible things are. I was going to ask for it, but probably not.
No,
probably shouldn't.
Not broadcast safe by any stretch of the imagination. Let's get a couple shots of the stage right now. Everyone kind of looking around. Maybe an issue before we hop into map 2. Could be some class customization, audio issue. Not sure what's going down, but hello to our lovely crowd in Miami. We're getting deeper into this second best of 5. You guys have been awesome all weekend long. It's been a blast. I mean, this has been filled with upsets, shocking results. I don't think anyone thought we'd be where we are, and we're not done. I mean, this is the playoff, but we've still got champs to come. And for those of you in attendance or at home, there's a chance for a massive giveaway. Totino's is presenting the CWL Champs Trip giveaway. One grand prize winner and a guest will win round trip airfare, hotel, and more to Champs in Los Angeles. And you can check that out at MLG.com/Totino's giveaway. So enter if you're here in Miami. You obviously love some Call of Duty. You should come to LA. It's gonna be a great time. Joe's gonna take you to dinner. It's gonna be a romantic evening.
It will. Yeah. Maybe a nice Italian dinner.
I love Italian food. Yeah. And if you don't win, which you probably won't, there's another way to go.
Well, only one person.
The tickets available now at MLG.com/CWL Champs. I love Champs. It's one of my favorite things in the world.
So what's the next map? Is it Hacienda? I forgot the map set. It is Hacienda. So this was a replay from the winners round 2 matchup. This was the comeback though for eUnited. It was a round 11. They were able to win it 6-5. But still, I think Gen.G was in a position to win this map, and then a huge shift of momentum came in. eUnited were able to win it.
What a big edge it could be to eUnited to go up 2-0 in this series. Just put themselves one map away from a championship, and what is it, $100,000 per player for first place? What's the drop off to second? I'm trying, is it 500 to 200, 500 to 300? But I'm trying to think of what this series is for.
You want to win.
I'm just, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 500 for first, 300 for second. So it's a big payday difference depending on this best of 5.
Yeah, $200,000 difference, you know.
A little bit of cash.
Yeah, 40 grand each. Yeah. It's fine.
You can do a lot with $40,000.
Yeah.
Thanks for your patience at home and here in the venue. Hopefully we'll be loaded up into the map 2 momentarily. Major Maniac seems to be passionately getting into it with a teammate, maybe talking about the map 1. Maybe some frustrations with how some things went down.
Yeah, but this team, no matter the frustrations, has moved on from them. I mean, what a run it's been. I mean, into the losers bracket, beating 100 Thieves last night, continuing it today. They have been on stage for a very long time. So again, we're just waiting for map 2 to load on up.
I mean, this might bode well for Gen.G. eUnited finally get hot, and now this brief delay might suck the wind out of them a little bit.
Well, and again, you saw sort of towards the second half, Gen.G, it felt like they were getting back into a rhythm. It was just too late. You can't go down 200 to whatever it was, like 50 in a hard point.
Yeah. It was not close. A shot there of our beautiful trophy for this weekend. Only 5 of these 10 players will be holding that up at the end of the night. We've already had 1 champion crowned today. The boys got it done. We saw some success for the European players to the open amateur side of things. This weekend, I mean, I know there's been a lot of focus, obviously, on the Alpha broadcast around the Pro League side of it, the Pro League Finals, but we also found our final 16 teams that are going to be going to Champs. So those 32 squads have been ironed out. And I'm curious, how much, due to the different format this year, maybe versus years past, do you expect there to be more upsets or Cinderella runs from those 16 teams on the outside looking in?
It's going to be tough. I mean, you got to think all the Pro League teams, the amount of Pro League practice that they have had against the best teams in the world. Those AMs haven't practiced that much against the Pro. Yes, you've had some players who have been in the Pro League. They have experience. I mean, it just feels like that last roster movement period, you know, after Anaheim, it helped a lot of these teams, even the bottom teams. We saw UIU, you know, put together a nice little tournament today. Midnight got better. It's going to be tough for those teams coming into it.
Well, guys, I apologize. The issue seems to persist on the main stage. So before we get into the map 2 search and destroy, we have to head to a quick break. We're back, Miami, I'm sorry. But we're ready to go, I think, maybe. I want to get into this damn grand final and see if eUnited can do it. Gen.G can do it. Somebody's walking away a champion. And hopefully our last delay as we get ready to rock and roll. Heading into the search and destroy, eUnited coming off a dominant map 1 victory. I think it was an issue on Mox's side, but hopefully good to go. It's what Hacienda ended up next, Joe.
And again, this is a map that we've seen these two teams play, not you and I, but it happened, and it went to a round 11. We'll see what adjustments both teams will make. Again, last time these two teams played, they played Arsenal Control, so that is out. Gridlock, Hardpoint, and we just saw in the last best of 5 that Payload Search and Destroy. And Gen.G looked dominant on it, so we'll see if it goes the distance, what eUnited can do.
All right, crowd, I know we had a little bit of a break there, but I need you. It's time to get back into the final search. Up next, Gen.G eUnited. As eUnited looking to close this out with 2 more maps. It is time. Clayster's POV to start us off, and it is going to be an A hit. You see on the minimap defensively, Gen.G just got mid and B control.
That's going to be an instant 5 versus 5 retake for Gen.G. Bomb being planted. You have one player back well, just watching the flank. That's going to be Clayster, but here comes the positions. And Simp, as soon as he spots that information, backs up to connector. Know how influential first bloods are, and Simp, he's going to win it on the Havoc.
RC's backs it up. Nice shots there to find another kill. Simple fall, but Major Maniac going to be the only one left on Gen.G. Nice shots on the RCs, but an instant trade in. 2 maps to go, and 1 round down for eUnited.
Well, the first blood, the team that gets it, they win the round.
Shocking stuff.
Sim's able to find Havoc, and then from there, they play their numbers. Major Maniac put in a tough spot. But it's always interesting. We've seen that from time to time. Teams just giving up a bomb site completely, hoping for a bit of a blind counter. We'll see how Gen.G, if they have to retake that site.
I like to see that shot of Abizi. I think just seeing him kind of smile there. He's a young player. He's new to the CWL. To see him in this moment, still having fun. Maybe the nerves not getting the better of him.
I mean, he's young, but he's experienced already. This is his 3rd final.
That's true. That's true. Pristini, a little shake and bake as he gets the first blood for eUnited. Havoc gets destroyed.
It's the 2nd round, too. We know how influential Havoc is for the search and destroy of Gen.G, where he's been first blooded. Now, with man advantage, Abizi finds another one. Pristini just waiting for his teammates to get together. He knows the last player's here. It's just Major Maniac in a 1 versus 4. Again, such a tough position. Arcity's on the bomb. eUnited looking good so far.
And Paradox, we hop back. Who was that was close to streaks? I sort of see how close they were. It was like 200 or 300 off, I think. It's Pristini, so he's likely getting the defuse, and we'll get a little bit closer. Another round to eUnited.
I think you say he just got smoked.
Yeah. Well, he did. He did. Clayster rebounded with a huge map 1. A .54 KD in the first series where, to his credit, everybody kind of got smoked. I mean, no one had a great KD when you get 3-0'd like that, but still, you got to think that's really impressive to bounce back in the map 1 the way he did.
Well, the whole team, right? I mean, just a dominant Hardpoint so far. A dominant search and destroy. But yeah, it just feels like him and Pristini, when they're on, this team's so tough to beat.
The story has been the first bloods in the early going. A spot check there from Envoy, on to the bomb. Pristini almost jumps up into it, but will be able to back down. The hip fire is true, and Abizi there with the help. 3 first bloods in a row for eUnited. This time, though, Havoc able to even odds quickly. Invoy's gonna get pushed out. Fantastic stuff there. Pristini just 100 off. Pristini can't get away. It's the wall bang from Mox, and no streaks for eUnited. But again, a great situation for eUnited. It's been, what, a 1v3 for Major Maniac, a 1v4 for Major Maniac. Now a 1v3 for Mox is ready. One more bullet! One more bullet! A chance for the 1v3. Now 1-on-2 versus Simp, spotted, can't get away, and Simp clutches up. Woo! That got scary, Joe.
It absolutely did. A beautiful jump shot out of Mox, and then it's just a 50-50 here. If Mox goes back, he's alive. Instead, he pushes forward. Simp's watching that way. He's able to clutch the round. Now a 3-0 lead.
Mox, no stranger to 1v3 clutches this weekend. Granted, he just had to kill Kenny off bomb, but still, it was insane.
I don't think that was Nagafin with a snipe, but still.
Keeps giving him flinch, though. He's just getting enough shots in. Finally, a man advantage for Gen.G within this round.
And it's gone.
That didn't last long, Joe. Semp looking for the angle with this sniper. Spotted one. Our Gen.G gonna wrap this out. They're gonna push. Havoc's gonna get caught. RC's able to pick it up. 2 versus 2. 40 seconds to go. And now they're gonna wrap it out.
They spotted the rotation, though. Look how quick eUnited is going. You're hoping they're not gonna get there. Major Maniac, though, playing this position. This is a big clutch. And look at that. Glazer playing so patient. Able to find it. Major Maniac gets away from his teammate.
That's a hell of a read from Clay. Mox nearly clutches the 1v3. Now, can he do the 1 versus 2? One player from eUnited into water. That'll be Clayster. No dead silence on Mox.
But look at Clay. He's watching the flank right now. Bomb just started being defused. He's gonna find one. He knows the last player's on the bomb. Mox, he just challenges. He has to run away. He plays the time.
Beautifully done from Mox. The 1v2 clutch as Mox with another clutch here in Miami.
Plays his timing so well. You saw him moving around that rock with the ICR. Was hoping they were gonna push from top all. Backs down from the rock. Clayster is watching the flank. He thinks he's going all the way around. With the way the bomb is planted, he thinks he's going top office. He doesn't. And it comes down to time.
Is that a bit of a gamble there for Mox, or more forced into that position because of no dead silence?
Well, I think it's just a gamble. I mean, he's just playing his different timings. He watched all of his different ways. He saw nothing for about 20 seconds. Clay and Arcides were just so slow to move to that bomb, and I think they were just trying to see what Mox was doing, trying to find a timing.
Well, Envoy has 0. Nagafin has 0. Havoc has 1. Mox is on 7 right now, but that's now going to be, what, 4 first bloods for eUnited. I think Simp just legged Envoy, and then Pristini was able to finish it, so now 2 kills for Pristini in this round. Feels like the only way Gen.G is going to win around is they pull off a 1v2, 1v3, something of that scenario. So why not a 3v5? And one of the things you're working on, though, is those streaks from Mox, so how soon is the call to just keep him alive?
Well, it's just like, yeah, it might be right away. Maybe they can find something. The problem is if you don't go for this, you're going to be down 4-1. Those streaks are going to have to be so important. So influential. Mox now moving on up, has to be careful. They're going for this. It looks like he's gonna find 1 kill. Can he play his life? Just gets around the corner, knows he needs 1 more. Doesn't find the streaks.
That is a huge win for eUnited. They push out the lead. They eliminate the streak hunt. Fantastic from eUnited. It was all Pristini early. He gets the first blood, then I think Simp legs one with a sniper, and it's an easy finish for Pristini. Yeah, I think he hit the sniper right there. And then Pristini pushes it out. Oh, wow.
It's a Achilles heel.
He gets caught. Huge round from Pristini. 3 rounds back now are Gen.G. Looking at the splits on both sides of the map. Abizi has a frag grenade for a bomb check from this side. Pristini's just going for it. No dead silence though.
Finds the opening, but Envoy gives him a taste of his own medicine.
Clayster out of water as well. 4v2, 4v1. Arseny's last up, can't get away. Gen.G get the round, and yeah, a little bit of a 180 there from Envoy onto Pristini.
But it's so fun to watch this eUnited team because they're one of the few teams that has 3. Hey. They're one of the few teams, though, that has like 3 different players who can go in first. When you talk about Abizi, you talk about the pace Pristini plays at, when you can pull out a third SOG. Simp as well.
So being selfish, not an issue for this squad.
No.
Was he as tagged as Envoy? That's Havoc. Or did I see that wrong? Mox 9-4. And look how close he is to the Tempest. We haven't seen many search plays behind the Tempest, have we? A couple grab slams, a War Machine, but not usually the Tempest. eUnited looking for this 5th round. They've gotten control of the B site. But you see those yellow arrows on the map? A very quick rotation across.
Well, they've done this before, and they've caught players on the flank, but it looks like Gen.G know this. They're going to group up top hallways. You have one player in Clayster going all the way through Waterback Boathouse. He has so much information. Bomb not yet being planted.
Clayster with that deep push, able to get a kill, but then Envoy gets 3! Envoy lights it up, and Clayster on that wide push. Yes, he gets the first blood, but the rest of his team gets destroyed. Oh, wow. It was almost 2 more from him. He got them both the 1 shot, but now nothing he could do. Just running away, scrambling for his life.
I think they were trying to get points to Envoy because he found 3 kills this round. Can they find it? He can. So we'll get to 100 from the assist. But as soon as they saw Clayster was deep water, they just go. They go so close to that bomb site from top hallway. They push from their side, and I got to see this. How Envoy finds 3.
Well, 2 were basically 1 shot, and none of them were looking at him, which made it easy, but that's all about the collapse there from mid-halls and the back steps. You put him into the position to make a play, and he does just that. Slow start for him until that point.
And just like that, it's all tied up 4-4, and now Mox does have this Tempest.
I want to search Tempest play, Joe, and I want it desperately.
Well, Mox is going to be the man to give it to you. See if he opts to call it in. But bomb being planted, we saw this in round number 1. It was just opposite sides. See now, how can eUnited retake this bomb site?
Mox, the shots are off, and Arcades makes him pay. Another first blood to eUnited. Abizi almost adds another one to it, but Simp's gonna get caught. 2 left though in this for Gen.G. 2v3, they just need to play the time.
I think they get worried because the hit marker on the bomb, he probably calls it out with the cluster. Arcades finds 3 or 4 in the round. They're gonna get to defuse, but yeah, you saw the panic come out from Gen.G. Because he throws that cluster down, it gets a flat jacket hit marker. He's nervous, they're already hopping the bomb, so they have to go.
Yeah, so we know from our POV, they can take a lot of time with this and spot check it safely, but yeah, you saw the way they were playing it. They were just so worried. They're soaring in, trying to get eyes on bomb. But we'll see the best play now from Arcades. Oh, some fantastic shots, and then 1 more. A big round from Arcades. eUnited 1 round away from a 2-0 edge in the final best of 5 in Miami. Can Gen.G get this to around 11? Mox has been the one dominating, and it's Mox that'll get a Tempest out. It's also Mox that'll catch a stun, but he hits the shot. That might chain to another, but it's a first blood for Simp. He gets another one behind the cluster. 2 players left. 2 versus 3 for Gen.G. Mox tags another one, and they go sliding out, trying to finish the kill. Joe, they're able to do that. Oh, just over Simp's head, but it's Nagafin that makes the play. Simp now in a 1 versus 2 bomb down connector. Can Simp do it? He may have got the timing. Here we go. That slide across, but not able to do it. Round 11, Joe.
So I actually believe this is going to be a round 10. It was actually 5-3. The game credited Gen.G an extra round at 1 point. So this is not round 11. This is round number 10. It's a 5-4 lead for eUnited.
I was so excited though, Joe.
Well, I'll tell you what. If it goes to around 11, it'll be its own round.
This has been an interesting final, Joe.
Yeah, it sure has been.
They're throwing everything they can at us.
So again, the game has credited Gen.G an extra round. It is round number 10. It is 5-4 eUnited.
Gen.G got to do it again. They're working up to get the plant down. Arcades wins his one-on-one versus Mox. Simp flies in, but Envoy shuts it down. What a one-on-one win from him. It's a frag grenade over the top from Arcades. Does he get it to a good spot? It's not gonna hit. Bomb planted. 4 versus 4. It's Clayster that gets the angle. Now it's Envoy in a 1 versus 2 to get us to the actual round 11. Bomb is planted. Can he make the play?
They're not on it. They have not defused this bomb. They're not on it. Now it comes down to a 50-50. This could work out perfectly. He's gonna spot one. He's gonna spot them both. He didn't finish the kill. Can he find the last one? Can he find it? Pristini, Arcades, the twins. Can he get the kill?
He doesn't get the kill! He didn't get the kill, and eUnited take it! Let's see it one more time. How weak did he get him? He plays it perfectly. But Pristini, the brother duo, he kills him with the sliver of health left.
10 HP.
Ah! Insanity at the tail end of that round, but it ends with eUnited in the lead 2-0. That one took it out of me. That was fun. Woo! What is this grand final, Joe? Wild moments from both sides. The first best of 5, a 3-0 from Gen.G, but now eUnited 1 map away. We are one map away with what could be the first tournament win for Clayster in 1,400 days, the first championship for aBeZy and SIP. Groundbreaking stuff, but we're not done yet. We're heading to a frequency control, a very good map for Gen.G, a chance for them to fire back in this series, but I gotta talk about that final moment we just saw. You had the brothers, Arcity, Pristini, Arcity's Hobson, Pristini has got to make the play. He saves him. That was awesome.
That's why they're brothers, you know, you have that connection.
He said that to me, I talked to him, I think it was on the hot mic, and remember when they did that little switch from Arcity's over to the Maddox and Clay back to the ICR, he said, we've had situations where we've clutched these moments without saying a word to each other. There, obviously, Arcity's just standing there with a bomb in his hand. It's just on Pristini to win the gunfight. But the fact that he's able to kill him, especially when Envoy knows exactly where he's shooting instantly, like that was nuts.
Yeah, that mantle over here was so close. What was it, 10 HP?
Is that what it was?
That wasn't, yeah, it goes down to 10 HP. Wouldn't have been the game, but it would have forced around 11.
Map 3 of our second best of 5. Here we go. Pristini, the lifesaver. His POV to start, and he is soaring forward at Gen.G.
Again, they just have so much pressure. With Simp, aBeZy, and Pristini, they play so fast. So many talented SOGs.
Clayster just trying to contest. Envoy gonna clean up the scraps though as he starts out 2-1. Semp patrolling mid-map, looking for an opening defensively. Wants to get back in towards this site, can't quite finish the kill, but can his teammates get in there? It's Pristini with a lovely double. aBeZy gets the third, and there's the clearance for now from eUnited. But remember, and I know they're very different maps, but the last time we played Control, eUnited go up 2-0 into Control, lose 3 straight.
Pristini with some nice shots with that ICR. Gen.G trying to go back towards this B site. And guess who opens it up? It's Envoy with 3. Clayster though trying to cut off the reinforcements, able to do so. Now can they retake the B side? Mox though ready for Clayster to work his way back.
It's like he thought they were gonna forget about him. He just wraps back, holds the angle, just maybe hoping they have it stacked. Envoy keeps it going. 5 in a row for Envoy now. 200 points off streaks. Frequency, it's his playground.
Well, he's gonna get this capture time. Gonna put him even closer. Just has to get an assist.
He gets the lightning, then aBeZy will shut it down, so at least not 2 streaks. And streaks here defensively are everything. Clayster, 2 kills through for him. He's been finding them in pairs, but they've still got to hold the point with just a 1 life advantage. It's all down to A.
It'd be interesting too if he wants to use this lightning to try to secure this round. I mean, 11 versus 12, you have a tick on it. You see how far eUnited is pushed up. Envoy finds the opener. RC's watching, Clayster's back, but Havoc, Envoy, they find the kills, and then they're gonna go. aBeZy though, Arcity's, all the SOGs, Pristini now trying to deal with the last member. 7 versus 9, they're able to do so.
1 more hit for Gen.G. How do they set it up? It looks like they're tracking back.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Do you use the lightning here? Is that something that you want to invest in such a close situation?
For now, not called in. We'll see what they do once they get in the position they want. Mox is able to bring it a little bit closer. Havoc's going all the way around. Does he find a timing? He gets caught. He gets caught. Yeah, it was a timing.
Not a good one.
No respawns in for Gen.G.
And now Clayster's going on the wide flank, similar to what we just saw from Havoc. They're trying to buy time from him. But Gen.G is going to go here soon behind that kill. Can Clayster, can eUnited buy enough time for Clay to make the play? Here comes Clayster on the flank. Simp, aBeZy find one. Clayster with another, and there we go. The defense is formidable. eUnited should be able to close out this last kill. But Major Maniac is making it interesting.
It would be a 1v6. If he had a little bit more time to finesse, could be more interesting, but there's no time to work with. Tries to get his way off the map, but aBeZy gets the shots in before he falls, so he'll get the points, and eUnited get the round. What'd you like out of that defense from eUnited?
Just no matter what, they were always putting on the pressure in Gen.G's base. But it was really that rotation from the B site to the A side where Gen.G could have ran away with the round, but they were able to hold this elevator position. It was aBeZy and Pristini consistently going big when they needed them.
aBeZy, 100 points off streaks at 13-5. What a round one that was.
Well, I mean, he's 13-5, and look at Havoc, though. 1-9, not the best round for him. We'll see if he can turn it around, because I'll tell you what, his duo in Envoy had a very solid round at 11-6. But there's the lightning for aBeZy. Can he find the Hellstorm? Able to do so.
aBeZy, lights out gameplay right now, finally drops, but not before the damage is done. Clayster tries to just go prone, play bait. Unfortunately for him, no teammates there as they've all wrapped over to A. So they'll clean up Clay, but eUnited will get good progress on the A site. And aBeZy has these streaks for an opening. Can you put Gen.G down 2-0 once again under control?
Gen.G, though, has good position, but the Twins take care of that. Sim finds another one. This rotation could be big, but Havoc was able to find 2 kills, so it won't be a fast capture on the B. They're going to 3-stack it, see what they can find. They're going to follow it up with a Hellstorm. Envoy, though, he had a lightning strike, and that's going to pay off, so he's going to have to respond with one of his own, but aBeZy able to wrap that missile in.
Great use of the Hellstorm. Nice read from Arcades, but can't win the gunfight. Second tick already in. Grab slam is through. One more player there. It's Mox that's able to get it done. Havoc from bottom ladder wins his fight as well, so Gen.G survive. But there's only one more bit of progress needed for eUnited in 1:45 to look for it. And you're already 2 down if you're Gen.G.
And look, they're just going bottom middle. They're going bottom middle. Nice win from Mox. Will slow things down. But they know they just need 1 tick. There's 3 stacking it. Mox lining them up.
Lining them up and putting them down. And a great finesse and a bait and switch there to give Nagafin the easy kill. Now Mox with a chance for streaks. He's 300 points off, and what a clutch this would be. You were down in lives. So little objective needed for eUnited. And 1:45 to hold. You don't see holds like that often, but so far so good from Gen.G. And now they want to get aggressive. They're flying at the back elbow. Clayster at least able to take one down with him. Clayster at RC is a stellar job, but it's Major Maniac that gets him behind, and he still has Mox to work with.
Here comes the pinch. Pristini finds 2. They're just going to stack it right now. It's going so fast. Can Gen.G contest? I don't think so.
One more round. And we have ourselves a new champion. What a response from eUnited. They get 3-0 in that first best of 5. And to be this dominant in the second set, the resilience of this squad in their 3rd grand final of the year. Can they win the opening break?
That'll help. As Mox falls off, it's just Envoy now, and now right away you see what he's doing. Arcades is there. They're gonna try to lightning them all while they can. It's gonna connect. You have the spawn trap set up.
How long can they keep this trap? Pristini, some lovely shots there on to Havoc. He'll fall, and they're all gonna funnel through that side because you still have lobby control from aBeZy. His position now known, but Pristini waiting at the outer edge. Well, he's gonna get 1, but Nagafin with 3 keeps Gen.G in this, but they're still down 4 lives even after the triple.
Thought Nagafin there was gonna use the Tempest. If you're able to hit 1 shot there, would have chained all 3. Not gonna do so. Instead, trying to play these outer pipes, trying to stay alive. aBeZy and Clayster fly in. There's the 3rd from Simp. I thought that was a great time for the Tempest. Chooses not to invest in it. Now you're down 8 lives. aBeZy 165 off more streaks. 23-10 from aBeZy. Vision Pulse, War Machine, the last desperate push from Gen.G.
65 off now for aBeZy. Gets the reload in and looks for the next challenge. 6 in a row. The challenge a little bit ambitious, and he's going to get caught, so no more streaks for eUnited. But what a shot and snap from Arcitys. Now under 30 seconds to go. Gen.G in panic mode, down 10 lives. The championship, you can feel it. They're soaring at him, life by life. Gen.G drop. Havoc though with the grab slam through. There's only 5 more from Gen.G in the contest there. Just for a moment, they'll get onto the site.
They have to be perfect from this point. Vision pulse in though from eUnited. You know where they're at. Endpoint goes aggressive. He's able to take down one Mox. Almost able to stay alive. Here we go. It's down to 3. The contest is in from eUnited.
1 life left. It's just Major Maniac. eUnited have done it. eUnited have done it. We've got a new champ. And for the first time in 1,400 days, Clayster will hoist a trophy. And for the first time in their careers, the Tiny Tears are champs. Clayster's in tears as the boys group up. They did it. eUnited are your 2019 Pro League champs.
Congratulations and well-deserved. Clayster, today had marked 1,400 days since your last championship win. How does it feel to break that streak?
I'm not even thinking about that. I'm thinking about getting these 2 their first win. I'm thinking about winning with the Twins for the first time, winning for eUnited. This means more than anything to me. Thank you, guys.
And how does it feel to take your first win?
Words can't even describe how I feel right now, you know? I've been dreaming about this moment for years. I can't explain it.
Anything to add to that?
Pardon?
Anything to add? How do you feel about your first win?
It's honestly just an unreal feeling. Like, after how we lost the first series, we just literally brought it back and just started frying. It was amazing.
All right. Well, congratulations once again. And now, to announce the Astro Gaming MVP, let me hand it over to Shady.
Let's make some noise one more time for eUnited. All right. Now to present the Astro MVP to Sim.
Let's go, Chris! Let's go!
Once again, let's give it up for eUnited, your CWL Finals champs.
Third time is the charm. 3 times they go to a grand final, and finally eUnited have done it. Clayster has done it. 1,400 days, the last time he won, and the first wins for the Tiny Terrors. So wonderful for every one of them. Congratulations to eUnited.
A completely just emotional grand final. You see tears of sadness on one side, tears of joy on the other side. I mean, it's something about that. I love seeing people accomplish their goals, something they've been working to for years. It's not just a year, not just months. It's years of grinding Call of Duty, years of passion that leads you to a point like this, and that's why you see these tears. They're just so happy, and they deserve it, man. They played an amazing tournament.
It's awesome to see these guys win. I mean, Clayster especially, 1,400 days, that was the story. It's not too long ago where people were saying that this guy should retire, that he was on his way out of the scene. He's made finals twice, 3rd time's the charm. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He's one of the most passionate players in Call of Duty. To see him win, to see those tears, you gotta feel good for this guy, man, and the rest of these guys on this team.
Especially after all the self-criticism they would always give themselves, like Rustini. We know how mad he can get after his series. You see the happiness on his face right there. And imagine Sim. This is probably your third tournament now, I'm pretty sure.
He's doing all right.
You got second and you got first. You gotta be feeling
straight
amazing, man. He's been dreaming about this moment for so long, and I'm happy he was able to accomplish his goal.
The road that United's gone through, I mean, just before this, in cross division, they made a role switch.
Yeah.
They switched Clayster to main AR, RC's to Maddox. They said, you know what, we're good. Let's go back. That's what a lot of teams probably should have done.
Yeah.
Let's go back and just work on it. They were all favored going into the last tournament. This is a much better tournament to win than Anaheim. This is a big one. This is huge. Congratulations.
And you know what? They had 10 minutes after getting smoked in the first series, 3-0 by Gen.G. They had 10 minutes to regroup and regain, and they did just that.
And the way they did it, right? Like they lose 3-0. They have 10 minutes to go back.
They were dominated.
They have 10 minutes to go back and not only regain composure, they have to figure out the map vetoes that they want to do for that next series. They play them on Seaside, a dangerous map to go up against Gen.G on.
Dangerous map.
And they beat them on it in a statement map, let alone just win.
Control, there's a reason why there was 2 Arsenals played. Frequency Control is a Gen.G map pick.
Yeah.
FaZe was undefeated in it, they played them in it, Gen.G destroyed them. That's a Gen.G map. eUnited, Placento said, we're losing these maps. They got destroyed on on the first Hardpoint and that Control. We can't play them again, no matter what. We're playing them on the Gen.G maps. Beat them anyways. That was huge. Those are huge decisions out of the coach. Since he said, you got to change something up. It's not working.
Another guy who stepped up in the big moments when they needed him most was Pristini.
Yeah.
He gets that kill when when he's jumping over the fence. He kills him at the very last second, just snaps on him. That's exactly what you need out of him. On that frequency Control, he was laying down elbow at pipes, kept
And this
killing
is
him
that
over and
moment
over.
when Pristini saves the day here in this 5-5 in this S&D.
There's gotta be the twin telepathy in this moment.
I was wondering, I was like, is this about to be another 100 moment?
You realize that Envoy missed exactly one bullet. Exactly one bullet. Or it goes to round 11. Who knows where the series goes from there. One bullet. These are 2 great teams that just competed for you guys. So seriously great match.
I love the adjustment out of eUnited, at least compared to that first series in S&D. They had a 5v3 situation, and they threw it away. Whenever they had themselves in a man advantage, they tried to group up. That's what they were doing. They were like, no separate plays. No one's going to make this individual play. If we have numbers advantage, we're going to be able to take advantage of it.
This is so hard to do right here, what Pristini does. He's trying to micromanage every angle.
Yes,
he's
no idea
over
what
the
way
fence.
to check from.
That happened so fast on Pristini's screen. He snapped on him. I wish we could see his perspective. He kills him so quick, such an impressive kill. And from that point on, you just knew eUnited was going to have full force.
And again, you guys were saying it, Pristini having kind of a slower open event year, getting kind of, 0.8s and coming out so huge when it matters, showing that he deserves to be there. He's good. This team is amazing.
Every single player at eUnited throughout this tournament had their moments. Every single player. Abizi was back to that superstar fry form that he was early on in the season in their first iteration of this roster. It's just incredible to see every single player in this
play against FaZe in those ending moments.
He's never letting this
continuously went big. Pristini right there, big. Simp, big. RC's the entire time was back to being that stable ICR, holding down the lanes for his team and doing what he needs to do. They looked really good, man. You can't say enough about what they just did, and even Gen.G. Gen.G just played such a great tournament.
Gen.G was phenomenal.
A great tournament. It looks like they may have run out of steam, but United definitely deserved that win at the end there.
Yeah, they weren't able to take the distance, but they were the first team to ever, from losers bracket, take it to that second series.
This game, yeah.
Now we do, though, need to also talk about our Astro MVP of the day. That is Simp. From the moment he joined this team, doing unreal things for eUnited, and again, Steady, you said it, his third open event doesn't matter. He's getting second, he's getting first because he is that good.
He has been watching the CWL since he was basically 14, 15 years old. He's seen what it takes to win out of these players. He's friends with a lot of players throughout the years, even if he was 15. He was tormenting us at S&D tournaments basically his entire life.
He's been destroying for years before he's allowed to play in the actual tournaments.
This guy just graduated high school this year.
He just graduated
high school this year. What did he just win? $100,000.
He just won $100 grand.
Look at him. He's been in 3 finals already. He was, if they won London, he was going to be the MVP. Like, he is insane. We were questioning whether he was going to be able to keep up the statistics that he put up in London. He's done that. The sky is the limit for a player like Simp. He's a special talent, and they don't come around very often.
And on Gen.G's side as well, all of those players performing so very well. Simp, absolutely impeccable. Gen.G impeccable. Such a fantastic grand final. You couldn't have asked for something that was more high stake, more stressful than that. But again, eUnited, Clayster coming out on top. The Twins, the Tiny Terrors, getting that win.
Sim doesn't want to leave.
No, he's like,
soak it in.
I don't soak it in.
Clay didn't leave it.
Gotta soak it in, man.
You see Clay, he was sitting in his chair holding his
I wouldn't leave until they kicked me out.
Yeah, same. On stage.
Yeah, right?
No, that is definitely a big moment for them. And I think though, if you're Gen.G, is there a takeaway for them from this? Is there like a, you can do it, you're there, you're right there.
You thrilled them in the first series, so you know that you can win. It just expand on your map pool a little bit, like go back and watch how United was able to capitalize on a 3-0 like that. Like if we're a good frequency control team, let's make sure we win it going into that game 3, right? So it's just a couple things you go back and fix. You're a fantastic team. You've proven that you're consistent at this point. We just got to get over that edge to win a championship.
It's very true, and again, you saw that eUnited had beat them earlier in the day, and they could not overcome that in 2 series. They did in 1, but still, if you're walking out of that arena as Gen.G, you have to be incredibly proud of yourselves.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially if you were able to push it to a second series.
The only team to ever do that.
Starting from losers bracket today, only losing 1 map before going into that second series right there. You got to be feeling really good, especially if you're Nagafit. You would just pick back up on this team. Obviously, you guys haven't missed a step. You guys got second at the last event. You got second here again. It's only those little things that are going to be able to push you over, especially in that series versus United in the winners bracket. They were up 4-1 on that S&D. If they were able to close that out, it would probably be a totally different tournament. But who knows, man? It's just those little things for Gen.G.
Let's look at our Grand Finals playoff bracket one more time, how those top 4 teams shook out. You can see it there again. United, our champions, followed by Gen.G coming in 2nd place, FaZe Clan in 3rd, and Reciprocity in 4th. Our new champion after 2 open events with 100 Thieves. And now look at this prize pool. Look at how much.
Man,
500
at 18. 500 at 18. God. And he's got camps coming up.
Jesus Christ, man. 500.
But even the rest, Gen.G, FaZe Clan, 300, 200. You know what? You may not have won, but you're walking away with a pretty penny.
Oh, yeah. It's nice for sure.
That's a nice chunk of change, man. That's a nice chunk of change.
And they're in Miami. They're in Miami. Go have some fun. I'm sure they'll probably end up at, like, Applebee's or Cheesecake Factory. That's what the gamers do.
Yeah. But no, I mean, really, from the prize pool to the notoriety, to the fame, to breaking a losing streak for Clayster, the storylines on the side of eUnited, there are so very many. But let's look now at our PlayStation damage dealt leaderboard. See where everything finally shook down for this tournament. Dylan, still no surprise on top, followed by Envoy, who went so incredibly big for his team, Formal and Slasher. But no one from eUnited.
That's insane.
You know what stands out to me? The 18 maps to the right there. Envoy next level.
Envoy, I mean, he definitely would have won MVP if Gen.G won. He just played a fantastic weekend, just the whole way through.
He's the best player, like, here this weekend outside of Simp. Like, Envoy was absolutely.
Dylan was up there, too. He was unreal.
He was.
Well, yeah, and you saw, I mean.
They're all 3 just amazing.
Yeah. Dylan took to Twitter saying he felt like his whole weekend was a wash because of today, and that's not true.
That's one of those emotional frustration tweets, but it definitely is not the case.
Envoy as well.
They did really well this week.
You played your hearts out, and it showed. It was incredible. You couldn't have asked for better individual performances.
I think this was the best gameplay in a big LAN tournament we've had all year long.
Yeah.
I think it's the best we've had. It's a testament to the roster changes and how much these teams have improved. Champs is going to be special.
It's not just eUnited who won things here. There were 16 open bracket teams who qualified for champs, and of course the boys who took everything home today in that open bracket grand final. But you can see them right there. All of those teams that will be coming with us to champs. And speaking of champs, tickets are available right now. You can see it, nlg.com/CWL champs. Go get them, join us. If you thought Miami was good, it's gonna have nothing on champs. You do not want to miss that, especially all the talent, all the skill on all of these teams. It's not just 1 or 2 that are really good. It's like 4, 5, 6.
Get your ticket. Like, I'm going to be there again as well. So
100%.
You're going to want to come there. It's going to be awesome.
Once again, we can't say it enough. Congratulations to our Astro MVP in Simp. You absolutely deserve it. Look at those stats. You could not have asked for more from this young gentleman. Congratulations to him on that. Do you know what, folks? Pro League is done with the culmination here in Miami, Florida. Reciprocity was not able to contend with Gen.G and fell in the first series of the day to take 4th place. FaZe Clan took home their best placing yet with 3rd place. And Gen.G will take home second place after 2 series in the grand final, the first to do so. Congratulations to the boys on winning the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Open Bracket, and congratulations to our CWL Finals Astro MVP Sim and our finals champion, eUnited.